Welcome, everybody. We're a few days late, but we made it. We are here at Irwindale. It is not September 30th. I believe, what is the date today? I believe it's October 3rd. We had a little bit of hurricane action coming in on the east coast of the U.S., causing all kinds of havoc. So we delayed things by a few days, but we are here. It is a lovely Monday evening, and we are getting ready to throw down for round 9, the final open invite round of this year's SLIDESTYLE tournament. We are excited to bring you guys all of the drift in action tonight, but before we get started, we got to let everybody know what all is going on. So let's get you guys a little piece of information here as we look around this beautiful racing facility here out in California, as if we were there in real life. It's a beautiful place. Look at the sun's out and everything. Come on, man. All right. We are going to take a look here. We are getting ready to fire up qualifying this evening. So qualifying is all about single car runs. You guys will see how the line works out in just a minute. But every driver makes one run, and you guys at home watching, you will have a vote pop up in your chat. And you are going to vote 1 to 5 stars what you think that driver's run was rated at. We're going to average them all up. The top 11 drivers from this lineup that you see right on your screen there on the left side, the top 11 drivers from that lineup will be making their way into the main bracket. And then the drivers ranked 12 through 16 are going to make a second run. It's going to be the last chance qualifier run. And that will determine who is in the final bracket position for the evening. So when you are voting on these runs and you are watching these guys burn these tires up on the track, what you are looking for, of course, is with drifting as always, is speed and angle, how they attack the track. But what we're looking for here in SLIDESTYLE, things are a little bit different. There's a reason we named it SLIDESTYLE, is it's all about the presentation as well. So how well they flow through the course, how close they're able to put their car on edge, and how aggressive they are at attacking the track are big points we want you guys to look for when you're making your 5-star votes on these cars. Now, you may be asking, what makes a SLIDESTYLE car different than any other drift event, or what's the difference here? Well, we'll give you the look in here. So these cars are rear-wheel drive, stock engine block machines, no engine swaps in any of these cars. However, they can tune them up all the way up to 1,000 horsepower. That is the maximum limit. Most of our rules revolve around the wheels on these cars to try to keep competition and speeds as close as possible. Wheels have to be between 17 and 20 inches in diameter, maximum of 280 millimeters on the wheel width there, and all 4 wheels have to be the same size. If we had a tech shed, what I would do to these drivers is as soon as their car pulls in the tech shed, I would just pop all 4 wheels off, randomly swap them around the car, and then send them back on their way. If the driver gets mad, they're probably not following the rules. 110 adhesion tire compound here. Got a little grip to go with all of that horsepower. 30 to 40% tire profile, and the tires must be over 100 kilopascals of tire pressure, and that works out to about 15 PSI. Cars have to have a front bumper, and not with this event, but we went on ahead and threw the rule in for the next event. Next month, the World Finals at the legendary Ebisu circuit. The cars are going to need to have visible taillights. That's going to help us determine who may be at fault if there is any kind of collision in our tandem bracket. Speaking of next month, go on and pull up the calendar for you guys before we get started here. You can see all of the events that we have knocked out this year. We have made it to the final open invite event before next month's, well, this month, here in October, the World Finals right here, or right at the legendary Ebisu circuit. And this month, we are here in Irwindale, so definitely mark your calendars down. October 28th, hopefully there's no more hurricanes delaying that. And we will be coming at you with the world's best virtual drifting drivers, and we will be crowning a champion next month. And then we are announcing for the first time right here, right now, 2 special events after the World Finals in November and December. At Los Angeles, old LA block, we're going to be running a old beater drifter event there, having the old Rusty cars there as a small partnership with the Major Rusty Boys. You actually see their name at the bottom of your screen right now. You go check them out on YouTube when you get a chance. But we're going to have some old Rusty beater cars in competition. We're going to have some fun with that one. And then in December, headed towards the new year, we're going to take some big old big rig trucks and we're going to do some drifting around on the red ring in the snow. So that's going to be a fun time. Everybody is going to be able to sign up for that just like you could any other event. But next month is going to be invite only because we are going to find out who is going to be the world champion. Speaking of world champions, right now, we are taking a look at the car on the starting line here. You know him well. You've seen his car plenty. This is your boy Wayne right here. And speaking of the Major Rusty Boys, you can see he's got a little sponsorship action going on right here on the side of the car. But Wayne is a 4-time winner here in slide style. We have had 8 events so far this season, and Wayne has won half of them. So we are going to see if he can keep that trend going on this month, and he's going to give you guys some insight on what the line looks like here. But I believe, what does everybody think? Before we get started here, give us some love in the chat. What do y'all think? Is everybody ready? Who's our favorite drivers? Throw your favorite drivers in the chat. Go throw some emotes in the chat. Let's see some love. Let's see what you guys think. And are you guys going to vote? You guys got to put your vote in. That is the most unique part about a slide style event, is every single run is not voted on by a team of judges. There's nothing like that. It is everyone at home. You guys are who judges the events and who picks the winners. So without further ado, I think we are all set up. We are ready to go. Our systems are green and good to go over here. I'm ready to see my man Wayne burn it down. Let's see what he's got. He fires up right off the line here. Makes his way into this big sweeping right-hander around the outside. You can see him even get a little piece of that outside wall. Look at him scraping it with the rear bumper. Precision of these drivers is incredible. You can see how much speed he carries down under the bridge there. Quick transition over. Makes his way back around right up to the bank, and we'll see how close to this wall he gets right here. Look at it, scraping the bumper again. That's about as good as it gets. Quick transition back around as he makes his way and finishes out this course here. So what do you guys think about that run? Our first run of the night. The vote is in the chat coming at you right now. We watch that run one more time here. Votes already starting to fly in. You can see, I mean, he makes his way all the way to the very outside edge of every wall. You can see every spark come off of the back bumper. How much speed he carries throughout this course. Unbelievable the amount of precision he has. It actually threw me off there. He cut in so close on that last corner. I had my drone camera flying right over top of the nose of his car. I need to back that down a little bit. But you got about 30 seconds left on the vote here. Let him know what you think. How do you feel about Wayne's run? And do you think he deserves to make his way into the bracket to have a shot at win number 5, take over more than half of the victories in this month's event here? Look at that, running so hard, getting a little lag on the end of the replay there. It's a beautiful thing. All right, well, the vote is coming down to it here. Let's see what the final score works its way out to be. Looks like we're going to have a 3.7. 3.7 there, the final score. For Wayne, as we come back around and take a look at our next driver up, you can see that 3.7 over there, locked in the number one position currently. Of course, he's the only car that's run so far. And up next, we have Theory here with his VP Racing machine. Beautiful looking car here. Done a lot of, look at the little line work there on the back windshield spoiler there. Beautiful looking machine here. And as always, you know, we've called him Mr. Consistency ever since he started here. So let's see what level of consistency our man can bring to the table as Theory gets ready to make his qualifying run. Coming at you. Bangs through the gears, gets right up there on the wall, and you can see he has a ton of speed in this S15. Holds the angle coming down the banking, makes it across the apron. That is much harder to do than it looks. You can see as he transitions over under the bridge, makes his way back around to the walls, just tracing the outside edge of that wall with the tires. Back bumper, I mean. You can see the speed carried all the way through to the finish of that run. So that vote is on the way to you. What do you think of Theory's run here? Will it top Wayne with the 3.7? These guys have got such control of these vehicles, man. I can't wrap my brain around it. Hang out with them, run with them during the practice sessions and everything like that. And it's always a fun time. It's cool running with them, and then they just step it up to an entire different level during our slide style events like this. And these guys always bring it for you guys at home every single time. They want to put on the best show they possibly can. Show them a little bit of love in return here. Get your vote in. About a minute left here on Theory's run that you're watching right now. If you're having trouble seeing the vote, sometimes we know that with Twitch's mobile app, it is not the biggest fan of the poll system. So if you have the ability to pull up the stream in a web browser, either on your computer or even still on your mobile phone, just pull up our channel on the web browser. That will make it a little bit easier to be able to see and get those votes in as they run. Sometimes the mobile app will work, and you guys can let us know in the chat. Are you guys seeing the votes on mobile, or are they only showing up for our desktop users? But either way, try to get your votes in here. Let us know. It's going to be close between Theory and Wayne here, coming down to it at the last second. Let's see what the final calculation here is. It looks like it is going to land on a 3.5, which drops him good for second place, just behind Wayne here. And we look up at the next machine making its way onto the course. It is Damien here. It is an S15 party here in Irwindale. And you guys are familiar with this car. You've seen it many times, and you can see him showing the love for slide style on the back window there. We love and appreciate it. And this is a mean machine here. And just like Wayne and Theory before him, you can see his name is there in gold. Damien is a former winner of a slide style event. Can he make that happen again today? Well, we are going to find out as he gets ready to rip his run. You guys will vote and let us know what you think. See the speed he fires off the line with there. One of the fastest cars of the day. Gets up in the wall a little bit. It straightens him out, but he throws the angle out to the side again. He said, I ain't letting this wall slow me down none. See how much speed he carries under the bridge there. How close will he get on the wall here? So close. One of the closest so far on entry there. Now that's a run for you right there from Damien. We'll watch that one again as you guys get your vote in. It is up in the chat right now. And he definitely got a little bit of wall there, just a little bit, but he was able to crank that car back around quickly. Get back on the angle there and keep it rolling. And he carried so much speed through the rest of the course. I've got to figure out what's going on with the end of these replays here. They get like a little sticky, kind of like an old VHS tape, and one of the little cogs on the wheel is kind of going bad, so it starts to skip right at the end of it. These guys are they're throwing their cars down so hard, it's causing problems with our cameras. That's what it is. Too much power. About a minute left here. Get your vote in for Damien's run. So far, it looks like our viewers at home are getting a little bit of punishment in there for that little bit of wall contact there. So who knows? He may end up in our last chance qualifier group list. All right, well, it looks like he's going to come out to a 2.6 is going to be the final vote here for Damien. No doubt for that little bit of wall contact there. Now, would it be a slide style event? I was planning on kind of trying to gloss over it and hide it from you guys, but I figure I might as well show you. We can make fun of him a little bit. We can laugh at him. It wouldn't be a slide style event if our boy Malte's game didn't crash at the worst possible moment. So you could see Potate has been instructed by Race Control to line up next. But Malte's car doesn't like to leave the server when his game crashes out. So we have to wait until the server decides to remove his car. So we are going to hang out here for just a quick second. Take a look at the beautiful shots around the track here as we prepare for Potate to make his run. But meanwhile, we will take one more look at the qualifying rules again. For those of you that may just be joining our event, seeing it for the first time, these guys are making their single car runs for qualifying, and you guys at home making a 1 to 5 star rating. The top 11 drivers you can already see on the left side of your screen as we have the top 3. They are highlighted in purple, their position ranking. When it gets down to numbers 12 through 16, you will see them in a blue color. They will be the last chance qualifier group. Those guys will make another run. They'll all go back to back. We'll show the run, show the replay. The next driver will be up, and then you guys will vote on those 5 drivers as who you want to see in the last chance qualifier position going into our bracket coming up later on this evening. So it looks like Malte's car has managed to vaporize itself from the server. So I think we are all set and ready to come back in here. So we take a look at Potate's machine sitting on the line here. Got a little bit of a different scheme going on here and a different car. He's rocking the R35 this time around. It's a little bit new for him. He's got the Kind of bronze and red paint scheme going on here. Got his name on the side. I am digging it. You can see the license plate there on the rear as well. Very cool addition to this vehicle here. But you already know, A, it's Potate. But B, he's sitting in an R35 right now. You know this man is about to bring the absolute heat. So let's see what my man has got for us here as he lays down the horsepower. He gets the green light. He is. You can just hear it, man. Listen to that thing. And you can see these guys are getting all the way up, right on edge, all the way up to the wall. The perfect transition down to the flat apron, through the middle of the course there, all the way up, gets on the banking a little bit on the other side. How close will he get to the wall here? You can see the tire tracks tracing that white line so close to the tires on the inside and all the way back out to the outside as he comes around. So get your vote in on that run right there. He brought the R35 out to do work today. Man, you just want to watch that run right there. That thing is quick, boy. And he hit every edge. I mean, look at that, up on the apron a little bit. Managed to miss that out the inside wall of the main course there on the outside of our second to last corner here. I find it funny, man, out of all the changes that I've made over the last month to our broadcast system here, trying to improve things for you guys at home and for us here running the event, the one thing that I haven't touched in months is the replays. So I don't know why it's getting a little bit sticky there at the end. Like I said, I think my computer is just too excited about these guys' runs. I know I am. It's always fun to watch these guys burn it down, and they improve more and more week after week. It is so awesome to see. You got about 30 seconds left here. Don't hold out. Get your votes in here for Potate. Let him know what you think about his run here. Couple of last second votes here coming in. So meanwhile, we are going to kick back over. As that vote finishes up here, it looks like Potate will be good for second place. Just beats out Theory with a 3.6, but still 1/10 of a point behind Wayne there. So we are going to give it yet another try with Malte here. I don't even want to look over his car. I don't want to risk his game crashing out again. My friend Malte, just hit the gas pedal. Just go before it crashes on you. Oh, he's not moving. Oh, no. Did he do it again? Oh, man. Oh, boy. All right, well, what I think we're going to do with our friend Malte here is we will tack him onto the end of the line, and we will try to get him in at the end of qualifying here. Give him a chance to reboot his... Oh, wait, his car is moving. Is it a zombie? Oh, he's already taken off. Oh, I don't know what's going on, man. Well, we're going to follow him here. Hopefully I can get a replay of it for you guys at home. I wasn't quite ready because I was switching over to the next vehicle. But we have got Malte on the way here, and he is coming at the track with a vengeance. He's going to make this game pay for treating him the way it is. Look at the angle he gets there. How close does he get on the wall? All the way on that white line. Kicks the transition over faster than we've seen anybody do before. That was unreal. Man, I hope I can get this replay going. Let's see if it works here. Coming at you, but get the vote in for Malte's run. There we go. We did catch it just off the starting line. Man, for somebody whose game is acting up that bad, he drove the wheels off that car that run. That is what you love to see. Go on and throw your votes in now. Let us know what you think about that one. That transition right there on that, we're going to watch the replay come around one more time. That last transition was gnarly. Let's take a look as he comes down the embankment here. I'm telling y'all, you have no idea. If you haven't driven this track before on this game, it is so hard to maintain your car's angle when you come down the banking of the track onto the apron. Watch this transition right here. Look at this car just snap back to the right. Unreal run, hit all of the outside zones if we have them. Of course, we do not have clipping zones here in slide style events. We try to design the courses in such a way that there's really only one preferred way to run the course. So there's kind of, it's like we always say, the style part of the name slide style is important to us as well. So we don't really worry about the clipping zones too much. These guys get a lot of practice in with each other throughout the month and learn how everyone's car drives. Get your votes in here for Maltese run. Let us know what you think about it. His score is looking good right now. We're going to see where it puts him. Last few seconds coming at you as we watch it go one more time. Yeah, the way he's able to hold on to that car off the embankment, make the transition. But I want to see it again. One last time. This last little snap back to the right that this car makes. He makes it look so effortless. Look, just boom. Right to that inside tire wall there. And it looks like, did he come out with the top spot here? A 3.9 is going to put Malte in first place, man. To go from a game trying to crash on him to knocking Wayne off the top spot. But, of course, you see the gold on their names. That means they are former event winners here in slide style. So we expect nothing less from some of the best drivers we have here. Speaking of some of the best drivers we have here, we roll up on our boy Wayne here. So FRFO team car here, beautiful livery design. See the chrome holographic styles, and you can see the fun license plate there. Oh, my Florida boy down there. That's for when he's leading and he's got somebody chasing him. They're looking at that all the way around the course there. You gotta love it. Beautiful machine, awesome design. On the hood, we have got Jay hooked up and ready to go here. And unlike Malte, our replay system is set and ready to go. And he hits the gas pedal and he is on the way out. He's got this Corolla cranked out here. Look at the angle that short wheelbase gives you. Holds on to it coming off the banking. You see the hard transition. That car almost 90 degrees sideways. Brings it all the way around. Look at all the angle this car can get. Unreal on the transition as well. I'm trying to get the camera up high so you can see just how sideways this car is. Unbelievable work there from Jay. What a run. And that vote is coming at you right now. The replays are on the way. What? Look at that thing. Almost entirely sideways. You can see it in the tire tracks, man. Unreal. Definitely get your votes in here for Jay. That is one. I'm telling you, man. We always talk about it during our practice runs. Is those little Corollas, man. When you can get the tuning on them right, they'll damn near outperform any other car in the game. And you can see Jay putting it on display here. They're hard to tune and hard to control because of that short wheelbase. But when you get it right, man, this right here is what happens when you get it right. Man, I'm just sitting back and watching this one. This one's so awesome. Got about 30 seconds left here on the vote. I can't believe how hard that car kicks over. And then look as he comes around, how much angle he's able to get. Like, just look in relation to the wall. What a sick run that was. The last few seconds here, if you haven't voted yet, get it in. And we are going to move on over to our next driver in line. That's the end of the vote. Looks like it comes out to a 4.4, which, of course, is going to drop our boy Jay right in the top spot for now. 6 drivers have completed their run so far, and that's going to put Jay in the #1 spot. Now, we've got to talk about this car. It's on your screen right now. You are seeing the Rust machine here. This old Mustang right here for our boy Pirate. You see him showing a little love for our Rapid Fire Charlie there up on the windshield banner. That is, she is running race control this evening as well. But this is the Rusty machine here of the famed Major Rusty Boys, as you see right here on the back windshield. And of course, a little bit of sponsor on the side of Wayne's car as well. And of course, right here on the stream. But one special thing that our friend Pirate here is doing for all of us is he is doing an onboard view video for every single run this evening. So every qualifying run and every tandem run, for the tandem runs, he uses the chase cars view. But he has an in-car view of every single run tonight. He's going to be posting on the Major Rusty. You see it right there at the bottom of your screen. Major Rusty Boys, he's going to be posting it on their YouTube as soon as he can get it all edited up and good to go. But we really appreciate Pirate for doing that for us and for everything that he does. He is always repping our channels, Charlie's channel, and, of course, our slide style events here. We cannot thank him enough for everything that he does for us. But not only does he do all of that, but he can absolutely throw down in this Rusty Mustang machine here. So let's see what our boy Pirate has got lined up for us here as he gets ready to stamp the throttle pedal down. Hopefully the throttle doesn't have any rust on it. Hopefully all the rust is just on the outside. Ooh, look at the suspension, how soft in this car it is. And he has got this thing dialed in exactly how he likes it. This is some of the most speed we've seen out of Pirate, I think, ever. Look at this car, man. It's all over the place. Look at all that angle. Whips it back around. Brings it right out to the outside wall. He is definitely able to hold on to it here. Showing what he's got for sure with that run. And the vote for Pirate is on the way, coming at you right now. Man, I'm sitting here trying to figure out what it is about the suspension that he's got there. It's so much softer than what almost everybody else is running, but you can see the level of control it seems to give him. It's a little bit of a heavier car, but with all that speed he's carrying, you can see the little steering inputs really seem to move the weight of that car around, and he's able to utilize that weight transfer. Look at the transition there, fairly quick for this machine. I see Jay in the stream chat there. He says it's a maximum comfort drift suspension. It's like he's driving an old Crown Vic with that wheel. You just sit back with the one hand on the wheel. That's how Pirate's over here drifting. Well, I guess we'll find out when we see his on-car view from that Major Rusty Boys YouTube channel. I love it. There's a little bit of time left here on the vote. Let us know what you think about that one. Awesome run from that machine there. Pirate doing a great job. And again, big shout out to Pirate and thanking him for everything that he does for us here on the channel, but also for doing that onboard video. That is going to be so cool to see. I can't wait to check that out and watch it. It's going to be an awesome time. And that is good to put Pirate in 6th place so far with a 3.4. Good stuff, good stuff. So up next, we got our boy Foxy right here, rocking old 86. Mean looking car right here. Got the clean look with the carbon hood. You can see this thing's like a bucking Bronco, man. It's ready to go. Got that big rear wing on there, trying to get a little bit of extra downforce, no doubt, for this high speed first corner. So we are going to take a look and see what Foxy's got on this machine as he gets ready to throw it down. Different livery than he had in the practice server earlier, so I don't know if we're having a little error with that or something. But if something weird is going on with it, he'll be able to reload before he makes the bracket. Oh, there's definitely something weird going on with the Foxy internet connection, that's for sure, but it doesn't seem to be holding him up from getting that car sideways. Does a great job getting close to that outside wall. Doesn't let that lag affect him too poorly because this thing is holding on all the way out. You can see so much angle coming to the finish here. As that vote is coming to you for Foxy's machine. Of course, we had to change his name up just a little bit for the vote. Twitch's censorship algorithms get a little bit, just a little bit overzealous. But it's kind of cool because we're playing Car X, so he gets the CX right there in his name. Get your votes in on that run, and you can definitely see, especially early on, he was battling with the lag. And like I said, this livery isn't what I saw for him in the server earlier, so I'm not sure if there is some kind of connection issue going on with that. But I'm loving the clean look on this car. A lot of these guys come with the super aggressive race car designs, and for you guys that hang out on our regular streams, you know I'm a huge fan of that. But I'm also liking the clean design here on that 86. Good looking machine. Got about a minute left on that vote. Let our man know what you think about it. You can see it definitely snapped around there pretty hard through that first corner. And that's one of the worst places for that to happen as well, because you're carrying so much speed. Every little tiniest little input needs to be so precise to keep that car on the angle you want, keep it out of the wall, keep it from over rotating. And when you get a big lag spike like that, never a good feeling. That is a great job from him there, no doubt. So that vote is finished up. And we head back over to take a look at PWX, who is up next. And it looks like Foxy was good with a 2.9 for 7th place so far. And like I said, it's the night of the S15s here. PWX has got his out. This is an awesome looking racing machine here. Love the gray, black, and orange look. Super clean looking ride here. So PWX's first event was this past one last month at St. Petersburg, and he had run a couple practices with us, and he's definitely a talented driver, but man, he came out with that first qualifying run and absolutely knocked it out of the park. He come in first place, and everybody was like, who is this guy? Where did he come from? And then made it, I think, halfway through the bracket, if not further. I mean, for his first slide style outing, I mean, absolutely unbelievable effort he put in. And he has been hanging out with us in practice servers and everything ever since. We are so excited and glad he is a part of our events. And anybody that wants to join in on a slide style event, !slide style in the chat will take you to the official slide style Discord server. We'll let you know everything you need to know about joining one of these events. We would love to have you join in with us, and you could be the next PWX. Come out of nowhere and just absolutely throw down in qualifying like he did last month. So, not to put the pressure on, but let's see if our man can throw it down again this month here at Irwindale. Let's see what our boy P-Dub has got for us here. Comes off the line carrying a ton of speed. That's something we're seeing in common with everybody here, and you know what that means. With our tandems later, these guys are going to be flying like absolute rocket ships, but you can see how much angle and how consistent he's able to hold his car down right to that outside wall, just on the inside of those tire barriers there, brings this thing all the way around and all the way back out to the outside wall. That's what we love to see in a slide style run. But one thing you'll notice, or well, I guess one thing that I noticed watching that run, is pay close attention to his steering inputs. He initiates a drift, he sets the car in on an angle, and doesn't have to touch the steering again throughout the rest of that drift. That's one. There's only been 2 or 3 people all night whose car looked that stable. But that is the first thing that pops out to me about this run, is the lack of steering input, and that means he has done his homework and done his practice getting this car ready to go here. So definitely be sure to get your votes in here. About a minute left on that. Big thank you to everybody at home watching this event with us here. And all these drivers, man, letting their friends know, saying, hey, come check me out and come vote for me. And vote for all the other drivers in the event as well. But we appreciate everyone watching this at home. Without you guys, we wouldn't be able to do any of this, because it's really hard to calculate an average if everyone's voted 0. So we really appreciate all of you getting your votes in and letting us know and enjoying these events with us. We have so much fun doing this for you guys, and these drivers have so much fun. Some of our most fun times during our practices is when all these guys just get together. We're laughing and joking with each other, and they'll be running the slide style line in minivans and big rig trucks and 3-wheel and you name it. They just do the wildest things. But these guys are, it's become a little family here with the slide style drifting roster. Always such a fun time. Just a few seconds left here on PWX's vote. Let's see how he comes out. It looks like it's going to land on a 4.2, which sets my man good for second place. Did not knock Jay off the top spot. And I'd say well deserved on Jay's part, because, man, that run was crazy. But PWX, again, his second outing here in slide style, comes out way up high in the qualifying rankings. And speaking of Jay, with that FRFO squad, you see there's that Florida license plate again, man. They got it on both of these cars. But you can see the team livery here. DK, Jay, and Tree all running similar design cars. So beautiful, beautiful look here. And we are going to see what DK has got ready for us here in his Mustang. Only a few Mustangs in the field tonight. But for those of you in the know, DK always brings it, and you can see him whip that car out, get a little bit of sparks flying off the wall there. Look at so much angle on that bake, and can he hold it down on the apron? You see the car slam down hard, but he holds on to it. all the way up on the banking on the other side, manages to avoid that wall on the way back around. Look at him all the way to the white line here. Man, these guys, you can tell they've all been practicing so hard. It is so awesome to watch these runs. As we get DK's vote in here for y'all. And for those of you who are in the know about slide style events and our drift comps here on the channel, it was Jay, DK, and RC, and I believe it was actually a discussion between DK and RC that actually turned itself into our very first drift comp that we did. It was very different from slide style events. But it was, DK here was basically the very first ever drift comp run on an Alex on Your Screen stream. And look what it has turned into today, and he has been a part of every single one that he had the ability to be, and we greatly appreciate DK for that, and his teammates as well, Jay and Tree. But talking about this run here, as we got about a minute left on the vote, you can definitely see he got a little chunk of the wall there early, but he never lost the angle and even managed to increase the angle to actually get that car slowed up. First driver I've really seen to do that. But he actually got that car even more sideways coming to the end of that first long drift around the banking to get the car slowed down to make it to the apron. And then just cleanly hit his marks the entire rest of the run on the way through. Great stuff there from DK. And it looks like everyone at home is loving this run too. That's what we love to see right there. That little extra kick of angle right there on the end of the banking. I'd love that, man. That's probably my favorite part of that run. That was so cool to see here. But it looks like the vote is in, and he is going to land on a 4.0, which drops my man into fourth place. He's 0.1 above Wayne and 0.1 behind Malte. Slots him right, and you can see just how close the competition is here in slide style events, man. A 4.4, 0.2, 0.1, 4.0, 3.9. It just goes down the ladder. These guys are that close. And it always makes for some of the best competition. You never know what's going to happen. And speaking of people that are such a big part of slide style events, you guys all know very well, here's Akuza here. He makes sure he pulls out a different machine every single event. We were just talking about it before we got started during our drivers meeting. We were kind of laughing about, these guys joke about the tire placement, the fitment on these cars. Due to the rules, it kind of makes it difficult to make it look good. And we were joking about it, but Akuza, man, has built a different car for every single event to just bring out and show off the possibilities of a slide style drift event. And this is a beautiful Mopar machine right here, looking so awesome. Got all the logos on it and everything. But Akuza is a huge part of our events as well, because he is the technical director for slide style events. So even though he is participating, he is making sure that all of these guys' cars are within the rules set as they are supposed to be before the event starts. And then while the event is going on, he is actually taking in-game photography of all of these guys' runs, and he posts all of those over in the official Slide Style Discord, and we have channels set up for each event. So if you want to see the still shots from this event, !Slide Style in the chat will get you the link to that directly. But when he's done doing all of that work, my man steps into the driver's seat and throws down like you're about to see right here as he gets ready to launch off the line. But my man Akuza is out here doing it all. You can hear that Mopar power, man, that Hemi. He slams her down and gets this Charger up, rolling on that outside wall. Look at the angle he's able to get here. Bit of a lag spike there, and is able to hold on to it. Gets it all the way out there, just like we've been talking about that white line. Now, he takes a little bit more of an inside line, but look at how he's able to bring in how smooth it is. That's something I was wondering if he was going to do, because I've been noticing it in practice. As we get another look in at that run, and we'll talk about that again just a little bit as we see him come off the line here. But get your votes in for Akuza's run. You can see how much speed he's got. Rocking that bank in there. But you can see here, he takes more of an inside line, and you can see how smooth the transition is over here. He's able to carry so much more speed into the final corner that way. That was one of the things we had discussed in our last 2 practice sessions. Because Akuza is the only person out of everybody, the entire slide style roster, everybody that has practiced for this event, Akuza is the only person that drove the line the way that I originally designed it. So the line you're seeing Akuza take right here is almost pixel perfect how I visualize the line being run when we kind of put it together. That's exactly how I did it. But then when we started, I noticed that everybody was hugging that outside wall in that corner and making the super quick tight transition at the end, whereas Akuza was running the smooth open line that I was looking for. But it's so interesting how it's kind of changed up how these guys run tandem. So it's going to be really interesting to see, because most likely Akuza is going to have to follow that outside line on his chase run if he's able to qualify for the event. But on the lead run, somebody's going to have to modify their line slightly for that wider sweeping entry. So it's going to be very interesting to see. We got just a little bit of time left here on Akuza's run, so get your votes in if you have not yet. And we will see where he lands. He usually does qualify pretty high. We like to see what he gets, but he lands on a 4.3, it looks like. Where is that going to stick him? He just squeezes out PWX. It was between the two of them last month and is still not able to knock Jay off that top spot. Unbelievable. So look, we have the countdown here from first to 6th place, from a 4.4 down to a 3.9. The closest competition you can imagine right here. As we come in looking at our boy Boost Machine here. Now, I'm not sure about you guys at home, but I can't figure out what number Boost car is supposed to be. I have no idea. I'm not sure what number he's running for this event. But either way, he's got this beautiful Lexus rocking here, awesome looking machine. And he is repping for Alex on your screen and Rapid Fire Charlie here on the back window. And you can see it's even my mistake. I'll own up to it. Our on-screen graphic there is based off the original design of this car, and he wanted to show some love for me and Charlie there. See, tuned by Tree right there on the side window. But he wanted to show some love for us, so he changed his car colors up. And I never updated him on my end of things. So that's my bad there. But either way, this big old number 23 machine right here, Boost is getting ready to throw it down. So we're going to see what he's got for us on the way here. As he absolutely rips that thing off the line. Carrying a little bit lower down onto the apron here. Quick, high-speed transition there, taking the inside line around the course here, but he goes for this outside wall. Just a little too much speed there. Unfortunate, but he is able to finish out the course. He did keep it from hitting the wall there. So we'll take another look. That was a good try there. But you'll note exactly how much speed he was trying to carry here. And that's kind of the ongoing battle with these slide style events, is there's a handful of guys that have found the absolute rocket ship speed in these cars. So you can see where Boost is trying to match that speed, but when he took the inside line there on that last corner coming back towards the front straightaway, you can see it kind of, his trajectory was moving outwards in the radius of the corner. But he was able to gather that car up, keep it out of the wall, keep the angle in the rear, get back in the throttle, and finish out the line without any damage. So major props to him for that. And that also shows exactly how much control he's going to have with this vehicle if he is able to make it into the tandem bracket, is if something unexpected happens in front of him, he will be able to gather it up and finish the run out there. Yeah, just ever so slightly, man. He was actually really close on it, and you could see, this is just my guess here, but I think when he was in the middle of that last turn, I think he was trying to make the decision, I'm going too fast. I think I can make it. I think I can make it. And then it was like, no, I'm not going to do it. And it was so close there at the end of whether he was going to be able to make that turn or not. But that is it. The votes are in, and he does land on a 2.9. And that does put him good just over top of Damien here to land in 11th place, and that bumps Damien down. He is the first driver to make it into the group of the last chance qualifier, so that is going to be 5 cars there that make up that group, and everybody that qualifies under that unfortunately just does not make the event. One of the newest members of Team SOG here is our good friend of ours, Taku. Looking at this beautiful S15 machine here. And this thing is locked and loaded, ready to tear this track up. You can see the beautiful design on this car here as he gets ready to burn this track up. So we are going to see what our man has got for us and where he lands on the qualifying leaderboard here. You hear him fire that thing up, jumps in the throttle, and away he goes. So much angle, gets that thing almost completely sideways. Look at what he is able to do with this machine. So much angle out of it. Gets all the way out to the wall, taps it just a little bit. Makes that final transition around as he comes to the finish. Beautiful job there from Taku. We're going to check that one out. And great stuff here from how quick that machine is. I can't believe how much angle that car was able to get. Let's watch the beginning of that run one more time here. I mean, look right through the center section here. You can see he just says, I'm just going to crank this thing out. I mean, he was almost 90 degrees in relation to the outside wall of the track there. That was unreal. Comes in, lost a little bit of angle there, but you can see, same thing, man. He's got so much control over this thing. Just whips it out to the side there. About a minute left on this vote here. I can't believe how sideways he got that car right there, man. Crazy, crazy stuff. Man, there is nothing better than Slide Style Day, man. I'm just so amped right now, so happy to be here with all of you guys. I appreciate everybody getting their votes in for these runs, hanging out with us, enjoying the show. Hopefully everybody is ready for some tandem action tonight. I actually really enjoy running qualifying right before our main bracket event because we're able to see what these guys are going to bring to the table and then immediately throw them to the wolves, and they've got to do it. It just makes for such an exciting event in my eyes. And there we go. Santaku's vote comes down. It is going to be a 3.3. And that will drop him good for 10th place there. Right beneath Pirate, above Boost. And that puts Foxy and Damien as the two last chance drivers right now as we look on at our friend Mr. Tree. I do believe this is his first ever slide style event. Of course, a friend of the channels for quite some time here. We've done lots of racing with our boy Tree here in some other games, but I believe this is the first time he has stepped into a slide style drift racing machine. You can check out, he has the coolest logo, man. But he does some streaming and some video editing and stuff of his own. And in a lot of ways, I think me and him are very like-minded as far as our, not our style, but the importance that we weigh on our graphics and our design of things that we do, man. So I always love talking to Tree about that kind of stuff, but he has got this Corvette here. I know this thing is hooked up. So I cannot wait to see what he's bringing to the table with this machine. We know it's got the horsepower. We know it's got the speed. Let's see how our man Tree wheels this thing in his first qualifying run here. Oh boy, it's got the angle, you know it. Cranks it out right there at the end of the line. Using up all of the track space here. That's what we love to see. Goes all the way out. Gets it on the apron, or up on the edge of the banking there just a little bit. And he takes that same line as Akuza earlier, and look at how much angle he's able to carry, the momentum he can get into the final corner of the track there. So that's two guys now with that slightly different approach. To the end of the course here. But not only does that vet look good, man, it seems like it's driving good. You can see when you make that transition right there, it just smooths out the overall arc of that last part of the course there. There's about a minute left on this vote here. Let them know what you think about it. And like we said about PWX earlier, man, sometimes these guys come out on their first run and you can tell that they're just getting their feet wet with competitive drifting, and maybe they were, you know, they got used to drifting a certain style, so then when you jump into the slide style rule set, it's definitely a very different experience driving. And then some of these guys come in and just absolutely nail it on the first try. And it's not to say anything about their driving. Like I said, it's a major change if you're used to slow rolling on low grip tires and lower horsepower, and then you come over to this kind of style with the tracks that we run. It's a major difference, and it takes some time to get used to. But then like PWX, and then of course Tree right here, as you can see, comes in and just absolutely feels right at home in the driver's seat. Great stuff there. So that is going to be it for that vote. A 3.8 is what he's going to land on. And where does that stick him here? That looks like he is going to be good for 7th, right behind Wayne there. And man, seriously, we are hitting every single digit on the way down. I can't believe how close all the scores are here. As we look at our boy J-Star's machine here, blowing my eardrums out with that backfire there a little bit. But it's all good. Looking at this beautiful ride right here. Got the old BMW going on. Loving the design on this car. The style, especially the roof with the number, man, looks so cool. But our boy is ready to throw it down. J-Star's run a few events with us here so far, and he's been doing pretty good. So we're going to see what he's got for us today, as he is ready to throw this thing down. You hear him get the go-ahead from race control, and he jumps in the throttle. He's definitely put the engine man to work. That thing is snap, crackle, and popping, but you can see how smooth it runs once it gets going. So much angle there coming into the second to last corner. Gets right out there by the wall. Quick transition over, makes it all the way back out to the outside. And that vote is making its way to you right now. Great looking ride there. Great looking run. Good stuff from J-Star. Look at how much angle he can. Holy crap. I didn't, pardon my French. I didn't even see it the first time. When this thing loops back around again, because as you guys can see, there's a little bit of, it gets cranky when it wants to loop the replay back around. You'll see right here, it starts to lag a little bit before it resets, so I don't want to touch it. But when it loops back around, watch him, there's another start-finish line drawn across that center portion where it crosses over like a figure 8 in the middle of the track. Watch his car right here. My man reversed entry that second corner there. Good grief. I didn't even know. I guess I was so focused on, you know, flying my camera around and everything like that. I didn't even realize how much angle he had. That was unreal right there, man. I mean, in my personal opinion, the rest of the run was like decent. It was a good run. Not spectacular, but just a very good run. But when you see that right there, the amount of control it takes to do that, but for us to be lucky enough to have the lines on the track to see that he actually was completely over-rotated on his way into that turn, held onto it, stuck it to the outside, made this transition right here. What a run from J-Star there. And I can see in the votes, I think a couple of other people saw exactly what I saw there, or before I saw it. A couple of other people saw it. That was, man, that was some kind of cool right there. I enjoyed that for sure. That is awesome stuff. And you can't really do that in a tandem. So this is the perfect time. If you can throw reverse entries or anything like that in a run, qualifying is going to be your time to do it. So that is going to be the vote for J-Star right there. As we come back around and take a look at the next car up, Cruz, J-Star able to land on a 4.0, which puts him good for the top 5. He's in 5th place there. And we are down to the last qualifier before we start bumping people off the bottom of the list here. So we are going to find out who is going to make the cut here starting very soon. But first off, we are looking at our boy Cruz's machine. Loving the red and yellow style here. Beautiful looking ride. That classic kind of Japanese drift scheme. I see a lot of the cars with this type of style to them, especially if you watch D1 events. Looking very, very cool. And you already know it's an S15. It's S1590 here apparently. But he's got them chrome wheels hooked up and ready to go. Let's see what my man has got for us here as Cruz gets ready to throw down his line. And like I said, this is the last run before we start having people actually get knocked off the bottom of the list here. And you can see him dragging that back bumper on the wall all the way down and holding the angle out. Makes his way down onto the apron. Quite a bit of angle there around that long sweeping turn. Keeps it up right against the outside wall. Gets so close on that tire barrier on the inside. Takes it all the way out to the outside wall here. As we go to get the vote in here. I can't believe he was able to hold on to that car up against that outside wall like that the whole time. I know when I do that, when I'm playing, it just, all it wants to do is straighten the car out, and that he was able to stay in the throttle and hold that car on angle. What a great job from him there. We'll watch it one more time here. And you can see, I mean, he's up there. You can see the sparks. He is on the wall from the beginning all the way around. Never comes off the wall until he's ready to come off of the banking there. Kept the angle all the way out on the outside there. This was, I just keep going back to this, man. I can't believe he was holding on to that thing all the way around. Didn't just, you know, get stuck to the wall like what'll happen to you. Great stuff there. About 30 seconds left to go in the vote here for Cruz. Awesome run from him there. And we are getting down to the wire here. Just a few drivers left to qualify for this event. As we said earlier, this is the last open sign-up event for this slide style season before the World Finals next month on the legendary Ebisu circuit. We are super excited for that one. Can't wait to bring you all the practice events from that coming up this week. But that looks like it is going to be it for Cruz's run. As we come back around and take a look here, he is going to be good for 9th place there. And something funky happened with the votes. It looks like Potate has lost his score. So I'm sure we're going to get that squared back in. We'll put our team on the job for that as they get that figured out. And meanwhile, we are taking a look at our man Cookie's machine here. And we are not going to release him until we have Potate's score lined back up. But looking at Cookie's machine here, checking out this old Supra here. See the awesome, there's lots of little details in his design here. Loving the way this machine looks. This is an awesome ride here. As we do have our scoring updated here, so I believe we are ready to rock and roll. So Cookie is going to be up next, and we are going to see what my man has got as he gets ready to launch it off here. Here we go. Little bit of a lag spike there all the way up. Look at how much speed he's got coming from that Supra. This thing is hooked up and all the angle. Look at that! Scrapes the wall on entry, is able to kick over and follow that line like we talked about earlier with both Tree and Akuza. So he was able to get the best of both worlds there. I think that's the first driver we've seen do that. And you see that vote is up, but yeah, look at how much speed. Man, was actually scraped the wall on the way in. Like, he had it that perfect on the way through, and then was able to kick back over the inside. Great stuff from him here. We got about a minute left to get your votes in for that run. Loving the amount of angle he was able to get there and the quick transition back around. Very, very precise stuff there. See everybody showing love. We appreciate everyone voting at home, watching this event, letting these guys know what you think about their runs. There's about 30 seconds left here on this one. Let us know what you think about Cookie. And as I was saying earlier, after this run, we're going to find out who is not going to make the cut here. And we are down to one final driver on our list. Had a little bit of a shortened entry list here due to being delayed for Hurricane Ian. And we are... thoughts and prayers, of course, are out there as always for everybody that's struggling due to the hurricane and the horrible flooding in the wake of that storm. Hope everybody is able to get their things back in order and stay healthy. I know that's a tough situation there, but that is the vote here. He lands on a 3.9. And that sets our man in 7th place, and that will fill out the 16 places here, 12th through 16th for the last chance qualifier. So we have one run left to go, so we will see. I guess it'll be Damien that is on the chopping block. So we will see if Hero is able to make that happen, or if he will be the one heading home after this one, as he rips it off the line here. And we have his entry here is in a 300 CX, but he is actually in an 86 here. It looks like he opted to change up at the last minute on us. But he does have this Monster Energy ride here hooked up, ready to roll. See this beautiful design work here as he grinds that thing on that outside wall in the last corner, and that is going to be our last run for qualifying. Uh-oh, something going on with the replay here? What's happening? Let's, know what's exactly is happening here with this one. It looks like we unfortunately do not have a replay for Hero's run. I apologize for that. But hopefully you are able to recall it in the old memory bank. And let us know what you think about it. But like I said, my apologies for that. But as that vote's going on, we got about a minute left on that vote. But we are getting ready to line up our last chance qualifiers group here. As soon as the vote comes in for Hero and we find out where everybody lands, and again, my apologies to everyone there on the replay. All right, well, it looks like that vote has come in for Hero, which puts him good for 10th place there, locks him into the show with a 3.8, and that is going to bring our last chance group down to Theory, Pirate, Santaku, Boost, and Foxy. Unfortunately, after having some pretty heavy contact with the wall there, Damien will not be on the block here to move forward in the event. Major props to him, though. Things happen. It is all good here. As we are getting our drivers lined up for the last chance qualifier here. All right, it looks like our first driver of the last chance qualifier group is making their way to the starting line. We will get our camera focused in on that ride here. Now, just to recall for everybody real quick, for our last chance qualifier here, what we are going to be doing is having all 5 of those cars that you see there on the left side of your screen highlighted in blue, Theory, Pirate, Taku, Boost, and Foxy. These guys will make runs back to back. So we kind of had a practice run with Hero there a little bit, not being able to have the replay while we're voting. Kind of a similar situation here is Theory is going to make his run. We're going to show the replay while Pirate gets lined up and ready to go. And then immediately afterwards, Pirate is going to make his run. And we're going to do that through the 5 cars. And then after the last car is run, all 5 of those drivers are going to be in a vote. And you guys are going to choose who you want to see as the 12th place last chance qualifier heading into the bracket event tonight. So we are ready to get fired up here. Theory is ready to rock and roll. He is at the line. So let's start off our last chance qualifier group and see if these guys can make their way into the competition. And you know, Theory being a former event winner, he is going to absolutely bring it here. You see him cooking that thing right up against the outside wall. Almost no steering input from him at all once he had that car set. That is a beautiful thing. You can see how much angle he's able to carry around here. How close will he get on the wall here? Look at that. Mr. Consistency, as always, right on that outside wall, actually knocking the tire barrier over. He was so close there. And so much momentum all the way out. Great, great stuff there coming from him as we get the replay in here. Oh, now, of course, Hero's stats want to show up on the right side of the screen, which is not supposed to be there, but it's all good. We will rejoice in Hero's 3.8 score every time we watch a replay of these guys here. But you can see there, we're going to let you watch it a couple times. You can stick it in the memory bank there. So we'll see it one more time here. A great run, like I said, not a lot of steering input at all. Once he has that car set through that first corner, it seemed like it just wanted to hang out right where it was. He has got that car tuned up on point. And so close on that transition there, he actually knocked the tires over. Unreal. Well, we come up for our next run here. So that was Theory. So here's our second last chance qualifier driver is Pirate. So let's see what he can take this rusty Mustang here and do with it. As he comes off the line, slams the gas all the way to the bottom of the apron here before cranking it up into the turn, getting all that angle out of it. Like we talked about earlier, that soft suspension there, taking a little bit different path around the track. So close on that wall there, is able to not make contact. He comes back through, makes the transition here. Nice and clean, lots of momentum. And we see the replay for him here. With Yakuza, DK, and Pirate here running the heavier vehicles this event. You can tell this thing is definitely a handful, but he has it. You can, like we talked about earlier, that soft suspension is a unique way to maintain the weight transfer of this machine, but Pirate is definitely dialed in there. It looks like it's doing what he wants it to do all the way around the course here. Especially as you watch this last transition, how smooth that car switches over. Meanwhile, as we take a look at Santaku, who is our third driver here for his last chance qualifier position, he gets ready to fire it up, and let's see what he's going to bring to the table. He launches off there. Look at that, right up on the outside wall. A little bit of sparks flying there as he goes. So much angle coming off the banking here. As we follow him under the bridge. See him cross that starting line there on the bottom with so much angle in the car. All the way to the outside wall, getting a little sparks out of it here. Quick transition over. Makes his way all the way back through and all the way out to the outside wall again. Great stuff there. So much angle coming off the banking there in that machine. And then all the way out to that outside wall there. Some guys opting to play it a little safe and stay away from it because that wall can definitely bite you from time to time. But you can see with the last chance qualifier here, Taku said, no sir, I'm giving this thing everything it's got. We are going to throw it down right here. And you can see that run. He definitely gave it everything it had. So we're going to watch it one more time here. Up next, Boost is our fourth driver for the last chance qualifier here. And he is at the line now, awaiting to get started as we switch over from the replay view to his here. But this beautiful orange and dark blue machine, he is all set up and ready to go. So let's see his run. See if he can top these other guys' charts in your mind at home for that last chance qualifier position. He launches off. Oh, our favorite little bug of CarX is sometimes your car gets converted to a full electric. So we have no engine sounds here from Boost's machine, but that's all right. It's a Tesla Lexus. It's a new custom model that he's drifting with here. But you don't need to hear the engine to see the results. You can see how much angle he is able to get with this machine here as he makes his way around, holds on to it. Definitely an improvement over his earlier run. As we get one last look at it here. There we go. It didn't want to switch over at first. Yeah, absolutely a major improvement over his first run. That is for sure. Great stuff there from Boost. You love to see it. As we'll get one more view of that run. Our replay system here is so proud of Hero's score. It's just keeping it right over there on the right side. And wants all of you to know that Hero was able to throw down a 3.8. Great stuff from all these drivers tonight. Well, here's the end of Boost's run. We're going to come on back around. Our final last chance qualifier driver is going to be Foxy. He is lined up here with this clean white 86. And it is his turn to send it here, and we will see what happens as he jumps in the throttle and he launches that thing off. And this is going to be the last run for the last chance qualifier. Who is going to take the final spot, place number 12 in our bracket for this night's event? The final open invite slide style event of the season. It is round 9 here at Irwindale, and look at Foxy bringing the heat here all the way to that outside wall. The quick transition, little lag skip there, but he manages to hold on to her. And we will get that final replay up. And one thing we have noticed in past events here, out of fairness to all of the drivers in the field, we don't want to put the last chance qualifier vote up while we're watching Foxy's run here. It might put a little just, not on purpose, but a little bit of bias added to the vote. So we're going to watch this run one more time, and then we're going to put the vote up. And we will all choose who we want to see be the driver in the number 12 spot. Either it's Theory, Pirate, Taku, Boost, or Foxy, who you're watching on your screen right now. That vote will be making its way to you here in just a moment as we watch the end. Foxy's run, that 86, getting the job done, throwing up so much smoke right there. But that vote is on the way at you in the chat right now. Let us know who you want to see move on. Will it be the former event winner, Theory, the leader of the Major Rusty Boys, Pirate, the newest member of Team SOG, Santaku, our good old friend Boost, who came in with a majorly improved second run, or Foxy with that clean white 86, making a beautiful run there? Who is the vote going to be? Who's going to make that final last chance qualifier spot and make the 12th position heading into tonight's main event bracket? There's about a minute left on that vote. Let us know who you want to see take the final spot. Once again, we want to give our appreciation to everyone at home voting, giving props to these drivers, letting them know, showing your love. We appreciate you so much. But this vote is coming down to the last few seconds. Theory holding a quick lead here. Don't hold on to your votes for the last second. Get them in there. And it looks like it is going to be Theory as the last chance qualifier here. And we will get set up for our bracket here. All right, you can see now on your screen, there it is. Theory taking out the top spot in the vote, so he will be the final position in the bracket, and you can see that bracket on your screen now. Here are your groups. Group 1 is going to be Jay versus Theory. I can't wait to see that showdown right off the bat, starting the show off with a bang. Group 2 is going to be DK on the lead for our boy Cookie. Can't wait to see that one as well. Group 3, Malte versus Tree. That's going to be a high-speed showdown right there. Group 4, PWX and Hero. That's going to be an angle show, man. Those boys are going to be sideways, and the transitions are going to be wicked, wicked close. That's going to be an interesting one for sure. Group 5, J-Star versus Wayne. It's not often we see Wayne this far down. But in the event of a tie, the lower seed drivers do take the win in the first 2 rounds. So that could be an interesting predicament. Usually Wayne is on the other side of the tiebreaker. And then for Group 6, we have Akuza and Cruz. So as Race Control is getting these drivers lined up, we're going to take a look here at the rules for bracket competition here in SLIDESTYLE events. It is 12 drivers, a single elimination bracket, and every single round win is decided by you guys, the fans watching at home. The rounds are as follows. Breakout round has 6 winners. The eliminator round comes away with 3 winners. The contender round has 2 winners, and then the final showdown comes down to 1 winner. Tiebreakers, like we just discussed in the breakout and eliminator round, the ties go to the lowest seed driver. A little bit of trying to think of the word I want to use here. Kind of a little nudge, bump to the higher seed, the higher qualifying drivers is, hey, you guys are supposed to have the advantage. The lower seed driver is the underdog. If it goes to a tie, they're going to get the win. And the contender and showdown rounds, ties automatically trigger a 1 more time for those drivers. They will run again. And then if there is another tie after that, so everybody gets a vote and everybody's vote counts. Well, I do not vote for these runs. So what'll happen is, don't put me in this position, guys, but if there is a tie on the 1 more time vote, I will have to make my vote to decide which driver moves on to the next round. And of course, we have redemption. In the eliminator round, the 3 losing drivers will go to a vote, just like that last chance qualifier. We'll put their names up. The 2 highest voted drivers who you guys want to see run again will get a redemption shot, and they will face off against each other to find out who makes their way into the contender round. So I do believe all of our cars are lined up. We still do not have the first pair on the track yet, so as Race Control gets them sorted out, we will go over how these guys launch their cars off the line. It's slightly different than what you see in most traditional drift competitions. So what we do here for SLIDESTYLE runs, and of course with Jay and Theory being our first group, you will see a picture-perfect representation of this. The chase car rolls forward first. So what you'll see is that chase car rolls forward at, 10, 15 miles an hour. They don't jump on the gas. They just roll forward. They get their vehicle's momentum going. They get moving. The lead car, when they see the chase car roll forward, maybe they're about a car length or two ahead of the lead car jumps on the gas as hard as they want to because they are taking off for their run at that moment. That gives the chase car time. They've already got momentum. They see and hear the lead car coming on their outside. They are able to match that speed, and both cars will initiate into the first corner side by side. And through 9 rounds of experience here now in slide style, it is the closest way we can get these guys to be side by side heading into that first turn, and it leads to the best competition, and it's the best way to avoid a situation of, oh, well, I didn't see the lights go off or anything like that. It's fully based on driver movement. You can't miss it. And we really have enjoyed using this startup style for our events here. So our first pair of drivers seem to be lined up. We will get everything set on our end of things, and we are taking a look now at Jay and Theory. These guys are lined up. So, of course, Jay going to be the lead driver for the first pass here as these guys get ready to throw down. And like I said, they know exactly how to do the starting procedure. So we are going to see what it's all about here with our first pairing for tonight's breakout round for Slide Style Round 9. It is Jay versus Theory. Let's see what these guys have got. You can see exactly what I mean about that startup procedure. These guys are side by side all the way through the first turn. You can see all of that angle we talked about in qualifying with Jay's Corolla here. All the way out into the grass there, is able to hold on to that car. Carries so much speed into this corner here. Cuts in, make the transition. Look at the angle that he had. In Theory, able to stay in the door all the way through there. What a run from these guys. Unreal, man. Unreal. Look how close. And we're going to take a look here. You can see as Jay backs it up a little bit here to make this transition. Theory was able to whoa it up and get right back onto the door. We'll watch it back around one more time because I also want to take a look at that transition underneath the bridge. You could see Jay get over into the grass a little bit there and was able to still hold on to that car. I need to see how far Theory got into the grass as well on the chase. Following alongside. You could see, yeah, he was in the grass all the way through, switching over to that side, was able to hold on to it. Great stuff from both of these drivers. So now you can see they have switched positions. And we do have Theory on the lead with Jay on the chase. So these guys are going to run again. And then after this run, the vote will make its way to you and let us know who you think is the winner of this pairing and who's going to move on to the next round. Now you can see these guys did not get the start that they were looking for there. Not sure exactly what happened with that. We'll have to see in the replay here. But a great job from Jay doing his best to catch up there and look, get all the way back to the door for the end of the run. So we're going to take a look at the replay and see what happened at the beginning of that one as the vote's in the chat, but hold on to that vote for just a second as we watch the start here. Now, we might have to discuss a little bit of, this isn't something we've had happen in a slide style event yet because this is such a well-practiced setup here. We might have to discuss a little bit of a false start penalty here, unfortunately. Because as the replay loops back around here, you will see where, well, what's going on with the vote here. Not quite sure what's going on with the voting system. But either way, we're going to watch that replay one more time. Looks like we've got about a minute left on the vote here between Jay and Theory. But let's see off the start here because it looks like Theory was moving before Jay even got started. They kind of... It's hard to say because it looks like they both got started at the same time. But see, that's like it had literally just discussed. The chase car rolls forward first. They need to be at least clear of the lead car before the lead car takes off. Jay had no opportunity to match the speed of Theory going into turn one at all. So I do believe this is a first time for a slide style event, and this is, you all know, this is absolutely nothing personal here. I love both of these guys so much, but I do believe this is going to have to be a false start for Theory here, so we're going to apply that round one penalty, and of course round one vote penalties come out to about 20%, so it does look like the vote is 10-7. We're going to apply that penalty here, but it does still leave Theory with the win. Of course, a 20% vote is going to put Theory at an 8. He is still the winner. As we move on to the next set of drivers here. But yes, that is, before we move on here, I do want to reiterate that part of that startup procedure, and we will bring that up on your screen here again, part of that startup procedure is, just like everything else in the rules for a slide style event, is all about bringing fairness to the competition, especially in the cases of which we have a PC player up against a console player. There are some differences in lag, latency, and things like that, and that's why we don't use lights to start these events, because those players may see those lights at slightly different times. So when we say that the chase car rolls first, that means quite literally the chase car is moving and the lead car is sitting still. We have gone over this 700 million times, so I don't know why I'm still talking about it. But in the case that we are looking at right here, we have Cookie on chase of Mr. DK, who is in the lead. Cookie's car, his rear bumper, should clear the front of DK's car before DK ever touches the gas at all. Don't know how after 9 events we're still talking about this, but that is how we do slide style event startups. I'm going to get with some of my boys here, especially Jay, who unfortunately just lost that first pairing, but that is my video editing guy right there. I'm going to get with my boy Jay, and we're going to make a little tutorial video here for everyone, because I was of the belief that this was a fairly simple setup here, but apparently it's still causing us some trouble. So, as you can see, the chase car is going to roll up first after they clear that lead car. The lead car will then take over the position into the lead, and that is how we are going to roll forward as we go here. So, headed back over, we are taking a look at our number 2 pairing here, DK versus Cookie. Cookie's going to be on the chase, so he will be that car rolling forward first. And let's see who is going to take away the next spot in the Eliminator round. Coming at you right now. Ooh, big lag there from Cookie, but you'll see he's able to quickly make up the difference after that happens. Unreal. Gets right back to DK's door there, and you can see under the bridge how close they are to each other here as they hold on all the way. Now let's see how this transition goes here. So close. DK gets a little bit of that tire barrier, but Cookie does not make contact. He is still right there on the side. Great work from both of these guys. As we transition over to our replay here, I mean, what a picture-perfect run from these guys right here. And DK getting in so close on that last transition there. Getting a piece of that tire barrier. We'll watch it one more time here. Great transitions. Cookie on the great chase. DK throwing down an incredibly easy to follow lead line there. So smooth. And like I said, that quick transition there right at the end. Well, these guys have switched up their positions here, and you can see DK is on the chase now for Cookie on the lead. Let's see what they have got, and the vote will be coming at you while the replay is playing. You can see they let each other know they're ready to go here. Same thing, man. Both of these guys start at the same time. Luckily, DK's got the horsepower, but you can see the difference. Unbelievable. We're really going to need race control to get on these guys about these starts. But you can see the speed of DK's car. I mean, obviously he is able to stay on the door of Cookie there, but yeah, and the start of that run, I mean, the whole thing was kind of, it sets off the flow of the entire run is set off by that, the start not being even. You can see where it doesn't, because as we say that the chase driver is supposed to, you know, get their momentum going. Well, DK's focused on getting his momentum going. He's ready to match Cookie on the way past him to the outside. Cookie's already leaving. He's already gone there, so it defeats the purpose of our entire startup procedure here. So I'm not a fan personally of either of these two pairings their second runs, because I feel like it weighs heavily on the vote in an unfair fashion where it really shouldn't. And both of these guys, I mean, let's not look at the tandem. Look at both of their runs. Both drivers put down incredible runs. All four runs, I guess you could say, the 2 runs for DK and the 2 runs for Cookie. I mean, outside of the tandem, they both just did an incredible job. DK did a great job here of getting back to the 2, so I don't want to take away from either driver. I mean, they both look at the transition there, and the consistency of DK of hitting that inside tire barrier is unbelievable, and you can see in the vote how close it is between these 2 drivers. But it is going to be a crazy close vote here between these 2. Who is it going to come down to in the last few seconds? I believe we'll get one more look at the run here. If you haven't decided on your vote yet, definitely get it in there. As we come down to it here last second, it looks like DK is going to come away with the win. You see it turn green there as we watch him finish it out one more time. That is going to move DK on to the next round. We are on to our next pairing of drivers here. It is going to be Malte versus Tree. As we take a look at this pairing here, this is going to be a high-speed setup coming to you right here. That is for certain. We got the S15 of Malte versus the Corvette of Tree, and hopefully Malte's game wants to stick with us here. But we are going to see what these guys have got for us as they get ready to launch off here. Okay. We're gonna call them back. Race control. I know race control can hear me from the other booth here at Irwindale Speedway. We're gonna call these drivers back. This is getting a little bit ridiculous here, and I'm personally a little bit upset that we're having to have these conversations during our live event. We have 4 practice events leading up to Irwindale this month, and I've been watching these guys do the most perfect tandem starts back to back to back. And yet, I don't know if it's the nerves of comp day or whatever. So right now, right here in front of all of you guys at home and everyone watching around the world, we are initiating a new rule here in SLIDESTYLE right now. I'm going to give everybody that may be in race control chat a chance to listen into the stream here. A new rule starting right now with the startups. And I'm going to pull this graphic up yet again. The chase car's rear bumper will clear the front bumper of the lead car before the lead car begins to move. If that does not happen, there will not be a second chance. There will be a false start vote penalty applied to the lead driver who takes off too early. So as this is a change right in the middle of competition, I'm going to say this one more time to be very clear. The chase car, their rear bumper will clear the front bumper of the lead car before the lead car begins to move, or they will be assessed a vote penalty for that round. In the breakout round, it's 20%. In the eliminator round, it's 40%. In the contender round, it is 80%. And God, I hope it doesn't, but if that happens in the showdown, that's a straight up DQ. So hopefully now, everybody in the entire universe of SLIDESTYLE is on the same page. Little mind-blowing that we are on our 9th event, and this is how we're doing this. But anyway, so just so that everybody at home knows as well, that is what we're doing. So if you see penalties being applied to drivers and you're like, what the hell, it was a great run, that's why. So let's try this one more time. I know my boys Malte and Tree can throw it down. So we are going to see what these guys have got for us coming up with their run right here as they're going to get a good launch. There we go. All right, now I can see, and now they're just, okay. I mean, y'all, everybody at home vote however the hell you want. I mean, at this point now, they're just like kind of being dicks about it, to be completely honest, but that's fine. As I said, we've been doing this for 9 months, and suddenly today, nobody knows how to start a run, and it's going to drastically, and I mean, The only ones shooting themselves in the foot are the drivers here. This is a very unfortunate situation because it leaves those at home. They just have to basically just play the popularity contest and vote for the driver that they like because they're not getting to see a tandem. So hopefully on these guys' second run we can get it right, but this will be 3 in a row that has worked out this way. So race control is going to give them the go-ahead, and as we said, we will dole out penalties for. I mean, I've got no more words for it. I'm not going to continue talking about it. So let's keep the show rolling and let's see what these guys have got on their second run. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's the start we're looking for, and when you do it right, look how it works. You've got Malte right on the inside door of Tree, right here on the outside wall all the way around. Malte makes his way down to the inside there. I think he may have been even trying to anticipate a little bit of lag with his game and did a great job there, making sure he was clear of Tree before getting right back to the door, staying with him all the way. How close is the transition going to be here? Beautiful job from both drivers as they come back around to the finish. Now that is what we're looking for right there, everybody. That is the run we're looking for. The vote is coming at you in the chat right now, and that, for all of my drivers within earshot of me, that is exactly what I want to see from everyone on the start. That is what we've been talking about all night long. That's how you do it right there, ladies and gentlemen. Great, great stuff. You know Malte's game is always trying to mess with him and always trying to cause problems, and you could see him almost anticipating coming off the banking that there might be a skip in it, and he backed off and got right back to the door of Tree. Awesome stuff from both guys here. The car control from both of these guys is unreal, and they're carrying so much speed. I wish I had a way to see how fast they were going, because that's one of the fastest runs we've seen all day, and they did it in tandem, man. Wicked fast from these guys. So we got about a minute left. This vote is so close here. Who is it going to come down to? Get your vote in now. Of course, an interesting pairing as well. You've got Malte, the 2-time winner here in slide style competition, and Tree in his first ever event. And he brought it to the man, that is for sure. And it is going to come down to it wicked close on the votes here. And it looks like at the last second, 2 people tried to be sneaky and get their vote in at the last second, but one voted for each driver. And that is gonna move Tree forward. He knocks 2-time champion Malte out of the breakout round, and he will be moving on. And we are here taking a look at our next pair of drivers. It is going to be Hero versus PWX. And at the top of the bracket here, I talked about how this is going to be an angle showdown between these two guys, as they can get these cars way out sideways, and that means there's going to be some wild transitions here. So I can't wait to see what these guys are going to bring to us here. And we are going to have PWX on the outside, Hero on the inside. He's the chase car, and he will be starting this one out. Let's see what these guys have got for us here. They let each other know they're ready to go. Hero rolls up. We've got a good start there. And they both get into the turn together. That's exactly what we're looking for. Oh, Hero got straightened out, a little bit of contact there. We'll have to see on the replay what happened with that, but he got straightened out. But you can see him on the throttle hard. He is coming to catch back up to PWX here. And I was talking about all of that angle. You can see he's got it there. But Hero matches it. Oh, he over-rotates a little bit. is able to get back to the inside on the door here at the end of the run. Great work from Hero to bring it back at the end, but we will take a look at the replay here. I need one more look at it to really see what was what happened there. But yeah, Hero did lose a little bit of angle, but was able to bring it back strong. And then coming through there, you can see he had the car so sideways, it just slowed it all the way up. We'll take one more look here. Great start. Like I said, you could see the rear bumper of Hero's car getting up to PWX before PWX jumps on the gas. And yeah, you could see, I think Hero was just trying to keep himself from making contact with PWX there because he actually did not touch him. So where he could have just doored him pretty hard and stuck with him all the way around the corner, our man Hero, as always, going the sportsmanship route there, and we appreciate that from him. But we are going to flip it up, and he is going to be on the lead this time. As we come back to our live shot here, you can see these guys getting ready. So let's see if PWX returns the favor if the tables turn and he's in a situation where he could make contact with Hero, or if he's going to just drive his line and see what happens. And you guys at home will decide after this run, make the vote, and see who moves on to the eliminator round between PWX and Hero. Another beautiful start from these guys. PWX jumps in the throttle to match the speed of Hero and gets right in on the door. Sticking to him like glue all the way around. You can see Hero sawing that wheel back and forth a little bit, trying to maintain that angle. Does a great job of it all the way through. PWX staying right with him here, carrying even more angle than the lead car, actually. He is able to match him here. Such a close transition. A little bit of contact there in the rear. It actually kind of threw me off on my drone cam a little bit there. So I was, in a little bit of a crash there at the end. I was triggering my replay. Not sure if it's going to catch it on the replay, but we'll get the vote in here and take a look one more time. Great start from these two as they get into that first turn, managing the angle so well. Like I said, Hero's car wiggling back and forth a little bit there, but PWX doing a great job to hold on to it. Stay behind him there. Now here we'll see. Let's take a quick look here. Hero goes to make the transition and does slow up pretty significantly here. I'm going to say that was pretty incidental on the contact there. It really didn't affect either driver's run at all. If anything, as part of, we talk about that famous slide style name. If anything, it made the end of the run a little bit uglier. But I don't think it hurt either driver's line at all, and we will let you guys handle that with your votes and what you thought about it. But who do you want to see move on to the eliminator round of competition here? About a minute left on that vote. Let us know what you think. I am going to apologize for having to kind of break bad on everybody there a little while ago, but what you see right here, the proof is in the pudding, ladies and gentlemen. That start to a run, both of these guys' starts, you could see that they were door to door at the same speed, at the same angle going into the first turn, and that's all we can ask for because we're looking for tight, fair competition here in slide style. We don't need anybody needlessly running away from anybody else because that's not fun for the drivers. That's not fun for anybody at home. It's difficult for me to talk about here in the commentary booth. There's nothing good that comes of that. But when these guys are like this, door to door, side by side, wheel to wheel, all the way around the course, that is exactly what we are looking for here in slide style events. So major props to both Hero and PWX. PWX taking the top spot. He is going to be moving on to the eliminator round. And up next, we have our fifth pairing of the evening. It is going to be J-Star leading Wayne. Like we talked about earlier, a little bit odd to see Wayne in such a low qualifying position. I don't think he got everything out of his qualifying run that he was looking for here, but he is going to be starting out on the chase this time, so it's going to be a little bit of a unique situation. Let's see how the four-time slide style champion is able to hold on here, chasing our boy J-Star, and see if J-Star is able to bring it to him here a little bit as these guys get ready to come right off the line and get it going. They let each other know they're ready to go. Perfect start from these two. It's a beautiful thing as they get into the corner there. Wayne all the way up to the front wheel of J-Star here. J-Star gets up to the wall a little bit. Doesn't seem to affect anything as we go. You see how close Wayne is. I knew that transition was going to try to be close, so I wanted to get up over top of it with my camera angle there. And you can see Wayne perfectly matching the angle here all the way around. How close will the transition be? Wayne all the way up to that front wheel of J-Star. Great work on the chase, but a smooth lead run from J-Star there. Great stuff from both of these drivers. That's the exact show we're looking for there. We'll get one more look here before we come back to our live shot. We're going to focus in on obviously, Wayne, as always, on that door, and he's going to match the chase like the best of them. But look at how beautiful of a lead run J-Star put down. All of that pressure coming from Wayne the entire run, and he never came off his line. He drove that his way all the way through. So I know watching Wayne on the chase there is spectacular, but you got to admit that lead line right there, it is hard to replicate a lead like that. As crisp and followable as that was. Awesome, awesome stuff from J-Star. So these guys have switched it up. We flipped them around here, and we now have Wayne on the lead with J-Star on the chase. So we are going to see, you know, Wayne's going to have a ton of speed, and of course he can have a super crisp lead line. So we're going to see what J-Star can do with it here as these guys get ready to rock it off. Here at Irwindale Speedway, they let each other know they're ready to go. The perfect start up from these two. You see Wayne get ready. J-Star matching the speed here. Oh, he might have missed a shift there. I saw the car got a little upset, but he's going to take that inside line to make the time back up on it here. You can see him doing awesome work getting back to the door of Wayne here. Jumps to the inside on the transition, gets all the way back up to the front wheel and doesn't make contact. What great work from J-Star there to get back up front. Or back up to the front, I should say, as the vote is coming your way in the chat now. How awesome was that right there? We'll get another look at what happened on the start there as to why they got separated. But you want to talk about putting in the work to come back and get to the door after his... I'm trying to be unbiased here because, of course, Wayne's chase in that the first half there was just terrifying. But for J-Star to remain cool and calm under pressure, and then like I said there, it's almost as if the car just didn't catch gear or whatever it was. But when he finally got back into the throttle and was able to get back to Wayne's door, and y'all all know, if you've watched slide style events, you know exactly how fast Wayne comes to the track. And for J-Star to be able to make up that distance, but then look at the move right here at the end. Dive in inside of that tire barrier, right back to the door, right up next to Wayne. I mean, unbelievable. What a show from J-Star there. That's a tough call. Of course, obviously, early on in his lead run there, and I'm not taking away from Wayne at all. Y'all know Wayne's my boy. He had about as perfect of a lead line as you can, as usual. There's no surprise there. And he gave, by running such a smooth lead line, he gave J-Star every opportunity to come back and do exactly what he did. And that right there is what we love to see in slide style competition. Got a few seconds left here on the vote. Let us know what you think. We're going to watch it one more time here. Last few seconds on the vote, but it looks like it is going to come down to Wayne making his way there. And I think that little burp after the start there that slowed J-Star up is what might have cost him on that one, or else he might have been able to unseat the 4-time champion, but it is not going to be this evening as Wayne moves on to the eliminator round. Great stuff from both drivers. And we make our way over to our final group that is going to be Akuza and Cruz. Of course, Akuza gonna be on the lead here. And we've got the big Mopar machine with the S15 gonna be in chase there. So it is definitely going to be an interesting setup here. So we're gonna see what these guys have got. They get ready to fire them up here. They come off the line. You see a tad bit of lag there early from Akuza, but he's able to gather it back up, get all that energy in that big machine rolling to the outside wall. Cruz sticking with him here. Maintaining the tire tracks there. Akuza getting up on the banking a little bit, slowed him down, allows Cruz to get right back to that door. Super tight transition right there at the end of the course. She'll see Akuza gets back in that throttle, is able to run away a little bit there right at the end. Great stuff from both of these guys here. And runs like that are just fun to watch. These guys are giving it everything. You can see the slightly different driving styles between the two, but how they complement each other. We'll watch one more loop of it here before we switch over to have Cruz on the lead. But you can see there where Akuza's car, it looks like it didn't even want to set the angle in early. It's just got so much momentum that it's carrying, but he was able to get it to do it, and Cruz is right there matching him. They both come off the banking at the same time. Close transition there under the bridge. You can see all the smoke in the eyes. For Cruz there is able to hold it down, and then a beautiful close transition there at the end. Awesome stuff from both drivers. Well, now we are gonna have our man Cruz on the lead here, with that big Mopar machine going to be chasing him. So we're going to see if he's able to throw down the speed, and will Akuza be able to keep up, or will he be all over the door all the way through? The vote will be coming at you as soon as the run's over. Let's see what these guys have got for us here. And who is going to be the last driver that moves on into the eliminator round? Great start from these two. They get into the first turn together. And like I said, oh no, Cruz up in the wall a little bit and straightened his car out. You can see he was still in the throttle. He wasn't worried about that wall. He's like, I don't need my rear fender. It'll be fine. Oh, speaking of rear fender, he gets into the wall there. Spins the car around. Unfortunate. Akuza is able to finish out the course here. Oh no, right there. Did not affect Akuza's run in, and he was able to get to the inside. Unfortunate there for Cruz. I think he knew After getting into the wall in that first turn, if he wanted to secure the vote, he really, really needed to bring the intensity at the end of his run. You could see the hard transition there, and he just carried so much speed out of it. Oh, right there to spun the car around. Of course, Ebisu dodging to the inside and able to complete the run there. Never giving up. Cruz jumps right back into the throttle, as you can see, keeps it going. About a minute left on the vote here. But I know that one kind of speaks for itself there. Unfortunate for our friend Cruz. Looked so promising leading up to that point. Unfortunate, but like we always say during these events, that's what we want to see, man. We appreciate these guys putting their cars absolutely on edge to try to win these events. But the vote is going to come down to it here, and it does look like the final driver to make their way into the eliminator round is going to be Ebisu. Like we said, we appreciate Cruz for putting that effort in and giving it his all. That's what we're looking for in these events here. But sometimes it doesn't always work out exactly how you want it. But Cruz has always been hanging out with us in our practice servers. He's always fun to chill with, so we appreciate him for all his efforts. And everybody that didn't make it out of the breakout round, want to thank them for being a part of this event. We could not do what we do without these guys. But that is going to be it, as you can see there, for the breakout round. Moving forward is going to be Theory, DK, Tree, PWX, Wayne, and Ebisu. And we look on to the eliminator round here. You see that redemption slot there at the bottom. The 3 losing drivers from this round will be put into a vote after the 3 pairs have run, and the 2 drivers that you guys want to see, well, really, you'll vote for 1 driver. So the driver that you want to see have a shot at redemption, you'll vote for them, and the 2 highest voted drivers will take those last 2 slots. So it is time to get the eliminator round started. We have Theory on lead for DK here. These guys are ready to fire it up and let it rip. So let's see what they've got here as we start out the eliminator round here at Irwindale Speedway. Another great start from these guys. They head into the first turn. You see DK had a whole lot of wheel spin there when he shifted. It looked like he shifted into second gear, and that car just would not grip up. He has got a lot of ground he's going to have to make up here. DK pushing it hard, made up a lot of ground there by the end of that run, but you know Theory's bringing all the speed, so it's going to be interesting to see here what happens when they switch positions. You can see Theory, I mean, I'll always go say it every single event, every time you see him on your screen. That is Mr. Consistency right there. Theory can put that car, you could just paint a line on the track and he will put his rear tires and just trace it all the way through every time. You could put paint on his tires and paint the lines on the track, man. So you know he's gonna put down the lead of champions. And DK there, you can see it. See how he's just burning rubber all the way up the hill there. When he shifted that car into second gear, it was just wheel spin all the way up the hill. That is so unfortunate, but he did a great job of getting back to Theory there. So we're going to see what he does on the lead side of things. Don't have to worry about that wheel spin quite so much. As these guys get ready to go on their next run, they let each other know they are ready to rock and roll. And away they go into the first turn. See, DK has got that thing all the way up to the outside wall. They have to slow it down there. They come off way late. They do avoid that wall on the inside of the track there. They came off the banking so late there. DK all the way up to the banking on this side, but Theory staying right there with him. Door to door with him. DK making that perfect transition, knocking over the tire barrier, hits it every time. Speaking of consistency, and then Theory is right there on the door. What a run that was. The vote is on the way to you, man. That was something right there. Great start from both of these guys. They were up on that wall all the way. So, man, like 10 car lengths past where everybody else is coming off that banking, and they still made it work. How awesome was that? And then Theory sticking right there on the door. I think this is going to be a super close vote. You got about a minute and a half left there. Get your votes in. Let these guys know what you think, who you want to see move on to the contender round. But keep in mind, the driver that does not make the cut here will be available for that redemption vote, and they could get to run again. But don't bet on it. Make sure you vote on the driver you want to see move forward here. I can't get enough of DK hitting those damn tires. I mean, I think he's got them every time. I'd have to go back and watch the whole event again. I'm pretty sure he has bumped that tire stack every single time, man. It is so, so awesome to see. About 30 seconds left here on the vote, man. It is teeter-tottering back and forth. Just a reminder for everybody that in the event of a tie in the first two rounds, the breakout and eliminator round of competition, the tiebreaker will go to the lower seed driver. And in this situation, that would be DK if there is a tie. So if you're feeling your boy Theory, you want to see him move on, now is the time to make that happen. But otherwise, man, it's going to be a close one here. The vote comes down to it. A few last second come in. And look at that, upsetting the former event winner here. DK is going to move on to the contender round. How awesome is that to see? But as we said, Theory will be available in that redemption vote here in just a little bit. Meanwhile, we move on to our next pairing. Now, this is going to be a show right here. Everyone watching at home, I can't wait to see this one. PWX and Tree. We've got Tree on the lead here, but these two guys have got speed machines, and they are not afraid to hold their foot to the floor. I cannot wait to see what they've got here. Who is going to be the second driver to nail their spot down in the contender round? Will it be PWX or Tree? We'll find out right now. Oh, a perfect start from these two, right on each other's door all the way around the banking, carrying so much speed there. PWX had to grab the brake a little bit to stay off the door of Tree. Look at them holding on to each other all the way through. Such a close transition. All the way up in front of him here is PWX all the way through. Got right up to the front bumper. Such a close transition. They banged doors just a bit. Look at how close all the way out. What a chase. What, Tree holding the throttle down. He says, "That's right, son." What? What a run right there. We're going to get the replay. That was fun to watch, man. These two guys are sitting over here at the starting line, flashing their lights back and forth at each other. Woo-wee! That was unreal, man. PWX and Tree throwing down the lead line of champions. And just like we said earlier about J-Star, I mean, that is an immense amount of pressure coming from PWX. I mean, he was literally climbing into Tree's ear to get inside his head right there, and Tree did not let it happen. He did not let it change his line or his driving style at all. Tree absolutely held it down there with PWX grinding the side of that car off. I mean, I can't make a call on that run, so it's going to come down to this next run between these two guys, because I've got them 50-50. I don't even know what to say about that. That was incredible to watch. Let's see what they've got for round 2 here as we come back to our live view. They have switched positions, and our man PWX, you see him there, he is in the lead, and these guys are ready to throw it down. Like, I can't believe it, man. I hope they've got another run like that in them. Tree gets the launch. PWX right there with him. They stick together into the first turn. PWX gets a little bit of advantage, though. He's taking off here. Tree keeping that angle, staying in the throttle. He's going to cut down to the inside to try to make up the distance here. PWX with the rocket ship, though, taking it away. Tree getting so much angle. Look, brings it to the inside. Is he going to be like J-Star and make a dive? He does try to. He gets back to him here. PWX with about as clean a run as you can get there. The vote is on the way to you here. Such a tough call, man, between these two drivers. Good grief. You can see the exact same situation that DK found himself in earlier, I believe, there. It looked like Tree went to shift into second gear as that chase car, like we say, the lead car passes on the outside and the chase car has to get up to speed alongside them. It looks like he shifted gears to stamp the throttle, and it just spun the rear tires all the way up the hill. So it'll loop back over here, and we'll take another look at it. So you can see Tree rolls forward, he's good, there's no tire tracks, and then you see it, he shifts, and he burns rubber all the way up the hill, and that scrubs so much momentum. That is so unfortunate, and that is not due to, well, in my opinion, that is not due to driver's fault in any way. Sometimes CarX just, once those wheels start spinning, man, unless you completely let out of the throttle, they won't stop. And it looks like Tree found himself in that situation. Like I said, no fault of his at all. But sometimes them's the breaks here in slide style competition. But man, I tell you what, you want to talk about a lead line right there. I mean, you could see PWX just absolutely grinding the wall there. Perfectly smooth down the hill, makes his way around the banking here, and you could see Tree was trying. So, I mean, I don't think he let out of the throttle. From the time the car had broke traction and he was coming up through the gears, I don't think he let out of the gas the entire rest of the way around the course. That was nuts. But PWX, man, that is the lead line for days right there. Great work from both of these guys, both runs. Last few seconds here in the vote. Who's it going to come down to? What do y'all think? Who is moving on to the contender round? It is going to be PWX, but no need to fear. Tree is going to be available in that redemption vote here in just a little while. But as we come back around here, we are taking a look at Wayne and Akuza sitting here at the line. Of course, Wayne's got that Major Rusty Boys little sponsorship action there from our friend Pirate. Hanging out here next to Akuza's Mopar machine. Now, this is going to be an interesting one here, like we talked about. Akuza's got the power in that car, but she's a heavy one. So it's going to be interesting to see if he's able to keep up with Wayne here, if he has to adjust his line to make that possible. But we'll see what decisions he makes here, and then how is Wayne going to do when they flip over and have to chase here? So this is going to be an interesting one. It's for the last spot, locking into the contender round. Who's it going to be? These guys fire up. It's a great start from both of them here. Wayne takes over the position on the outside. Akuza is there with him, but you can see the speed. Akuza's just trying to keep up with the momentum of Wayne here. Almost got the outside wall. He is giving this thing everything to keep up with Wayne's S15, but you know, look at Wayne tracing that white line. He's going to put everything down, but Akuza, just like J-Star earlier, puts the dive in at the end and gets all the way up to the door of Akuza there. These guys are giving it everything here, man. We'll take another look there as we get reset. You could see there, Wayne had the momentum and Akuza was there alongside. But it seemed like as he stayed in the throttle, the car was wanting to straighten out, and he was trying to keep the angle, and it ran it up the hill on him. And the fact that he was able to keep it mostly out of the wall, he scraped it a little bit, but able to keep it out of the wall, bring it back around, and then to get that close to Wayne at the end there. Just a touch of the wall. And then you could see how much momentum he carried and even lagged there and was able to hold on to it. What? Woo! Craziness from Akuza there. But Wayne, as always, a picture-perfect lead run. So these guys have made their way back to the starting line. And you can see Akuza has taken the lead position here. So we're going to see how he does. Like we discussed during the qualifying runs here, he makes a little bit of a different path through that last turn. So we're going to see if he utilizes that here against Wayne or if he changes things up a little bit here. He's going to have to go for it. Let's see what we get. The vote's going to be coming at you as soon as this run is done. Who's going to be the last car to make it into the contender round? A great start from these two. See them door to door going into the first corner. Wayne getting all the way up to that front wheel there, almost making contact. He had to back it down a little bit, but look at the lead here from Akuza. A great transition there under the bridge. And Akuza does take that inside line. A good transition from Wayne here, but that's about as smooth of a lead run from Akuza as you can get it. Just like we talked about earlier, with all that pressure from Wayne, able to hold on to it all the way through. Great stuff there. But the vote is up now. We're watching the replay. Get your votes in here. I've got a sneaking suspicion of what could be causing that little lag issue as the replay loops back around. So I should have that squared away and taken care of by our World Finals. Coming up here this month, we are in October. We had to postpone this event over the weekend due to the hurricane. But at the end of October, we are going to be having our World Finals for SLIDESTYLE. We're going to crown a champion for the whole season and find out who is going to win the grand prize for the whole year. And notoriety, of course, bragging rights as the first ever SLIDESTYLE champion of 2022. And you're looking at one of the winningest drivers in SLIDESTYLE, four-time winner Wayne right here, up against Akuza, who always holds it down every single time. And the vote is coming down to it here. If you haven't voted yet, get your selection in before we get our redemption vote up on screen for you to find out who is going to be the last pairing here in the eliminator round to take the last spot in the next round of competition. It looks like Wayne does come away with the win here. So he will be the final locked-in spot for the contender round. So now is time for a little bit of redemption action. It is going to be between Theory, Tree, and Akuza, vote for your favorite driver, the driver you want to see have another shot at redemption. The two highest voted drivers will be making their way into those redemption slots you see at the bottom of your screen. And here, why does it keep doing that to me? Put it back. There we go. The redemption vote is up in the chat. The votes are on their way in here, so vote for your favorite driver. And once again, the two top drivers will face off against each other for the last spot in the contender round. Have a chance at going for the victory here in round 9 of Slide Style at the beautiful Irwindale Speedway here. The CarX interpretation of Irwindale, of course, there's no big giant bridge like that at the Irwindale Speedway. I also don't think there's that much grass. But a beautiful depiction of Irwindale here in CarX. You guys be sure to get your votes in here of who you want to see run one more time here. We got about 30 seconds left here on the vote. If you're struggling to make a decision, now is going to be your time. Let us know who you want to see. Get another shot at it. You got about 15 seconds left here. It looks like that's gonna be it. Our two highest voted drivers. It looks like it is Tree and Theory. They will be moving into that final slot and get another shot at this here. And this is gonna be a pairing that we want to see. I can't wait to see these guys get it going here. These drivers are getting lined up here. So we get another view of our scoreboard here. And we see that Theory and Tree have taken those two redemption spots. They are lined up on the track here, and it is time to find out which driver is going to be the last one to make it to the contender round. Will it be Theory or will it be Mr. Tree? We're going to see what these guys have got. Tree is on the chase this time, so he's going to be rolling up. And let's see what these boys have got for us here. As they go to rip it into the first turn, Tree said, I am bound and determined not to have that wheel spin issue, but yet it does it to him again. You could see he tried to make sure that car gripped up off the line, and it did not want to do it. That is so unfortunate there, but he is going to give it everything it has to come back and catch up to Theory here. Theory almost catches the wall, and Tree spins it out, putting down so much throttle. But it's like we always say in Slide Style, never, ever, ever give up, because you never know. This next run, Theory could spin out, and then it's a toss-up between the two. Who could it be? But man, I tell you, right off the jump there, Tree's car just, something about it, it's when he shifts gears, that thing does not want to hook up. And obviously no fault of his driving there at the end, spinning out. That's just him holding that car absolutely on edge, doing everything he can to get back to Theory. We're going to watch it one more time here as he comes off the line. You'll see that it's just spinning wheels from the time. You can see the backfires out of the exhaust there. He's shifting gears, and you can see it will not hook up for him at all. But you can see once it gets up to speed, it's totally fine. It just on the straight line attack, the car will not grip up for him today. Yeah, he just gave it everything he had there, but these guys have switched up positions here. So we now have Tree on the lead, so he's got a little bit more leeway when it comes to the launch off here, so hopefully he's able to manage that. And like we say, you never, ever, ever give up in a slide style event. You don't know what could happen here. Theory could spin it out, and Tree could come away with the win. So these guys are going to give it everything they have here, and we're going to find out who is going to be the last driver to make it to the contender round. The vote will be coming at you as soon as this run is finished. They let each other know they're ready to go. Theory rolls up here. Tree's car is sticking a little better this time. You can see he's got some wheel spin still, but it's definitely got so much more speed heading to that first turn. Theory is up on the door there. Tree using all that angle to whoa that car up. Like I said, he doesn't come off the throttle all the way around this course. He just uses the angle of the car to maintain his speed. And you talk about never give up. Boy, is that a lead line right there or what? Theory is all over him all the way around, but he couldn't even match the angle of Tree on that run there. The vote is on the way at you in the chat right now. And Theory is right on him all the way around there. A great chase from him, but I mean, after how unfortunately, like I said, the car didn't want to hook up there off the line for their first run. I mean, what a lead there from Tree. I mean, he, like I said, you never give up. He did 150% of everything you can do there. But I mean, Theory, the chase was there. Of course, his lead in the first round was picture perfect. We always talk about Mr. Consistency, man. Picture perfect lead line. And then his chase here with Tree on the lead, it was a great job. But like I was saying, he even had difficulty maintaining the angle that Tree had. Tree just threw down a hell of a run. But if you want to talk about some comeback action, that is what you've got to do to win the hearts of the people at home. Tree knows how to put it down right there. Great job from both drivers. I can't say it enough, man. It's like I should put it on a t-shirt. This is what slide style is all about, is runs like this right here. I'm just sitting here, my face hurts, man. I'm just sitting here with a smile. You love it, man. I love to see it. Last few seconds here, get your votes in. It is so close on the vote. I didn't even look yet. I've been watching the replay. Oh my gosh, so close on the votes. If you're holding out for the last second, man, don't do this to our hearts. Put that vote in there. Who's going to come away with the win? The last few seconds on the vote. With the last, somebody was being a little trollish there on the very last second. That's people that they win stuff on eBay all the time with that last second vote right there. Theory comes away at literally the last possible second to lock up the final spot for the contender round. What a job from both drivers, though. Such a great job. But we have moved on to our contender round. Shouts out to all the drivers so far, everyone that has been eliminated. Great driving work from everybody here tonight. It's been so much fun to watch. And I tell you one thing, I cannot wait to see Pirate's in-car views later on after he gets those uploaded. It's gonna be so cool. Follow them over there, Major Rusty Boys on YouTube, so that way you get a notification of when that video comes live. But we are here in the contender round. We are at our final four of who is going to make it to the showdown here, and our first pairing is going to be between DK and PWX here. And I am excited to see where this one goes. Both of these guys have been driving the absolute wheels off their machines here this evening, and this run is for sure not going to leave us hanging. I cannot wait to see what these guys are going to bring to the table here. And then, of course, our second pairing is going to be Wayne versus Theory. So, boy, have we got a show coming down to the finish here. So let's get it kicked off here in the contender round as DK leads off PWX here. PWX will roll forward. They let each other know they're good. We get the good start. And these guys match each other into the first corner perfectly. They match the angle, they match the speed, they're up against the wall, they're beating and banging doors all the way down to the apron here. The quick transition under the bridge, so close, PWX right on the door. They get up on the banking again a little bit, miss the outside wall. Look at so much angle from DK, and PWX makes sure he gets the inside. Shoots in on the final angle, they get to the outside wall. That's the run of the night so far right there. I'm out of breath watching these guys, man. What was that all about? Look at how close this transition is here. It's hard to keep that camera angle going under the bridge there, but luckily we were able to see how close the margins were. But I mean, PWX absolutely on the door all the way through, and every single time DK hits those damn tires. Every time. We talk about Theory being Mr. Consistency, and yet DK is hitting the exact same inside clipping point on that turn every time. We're going to watch this replay one more again before we watch their next run here. But I mean, PWX just is, it's like he can taste the win, man. He is just gonna get every bit that he can here. You see him back off just a little bit because he knew he was gonna shoot in there. And he used DK knocking those tires out of the way to be able to aggressively shoot in on that inside line. What great work from these guys, man. Don't even know what to say about it at this point. But we are up for round 2 with these guys here, and we're going to see what we get. PWX is going to be on the lead this time with DK on the chase. And that is a show down there, so DK is going to be rolling forward. Let's see what these guys have got, and hopefully DK's tires want to stick for him as he makes his way up the banking here. It looks like they will. They are going to be door to door going into the first turn. They both tag the wall a little bit. You can see PWX is running away a little bit. DK recognizes this. He gets to the inside here. He's going to be close on the transition there. Gets back to the inside, but that's going to change his angle going around this outside to this outside wall here. PWX gets it. DK makes that inside move, dives all the way up to the front wheel of PWX here. And a perfect lead from PWX. You can't ask for more, ladies and gentlemen. You cannot ask for more. The vote is up. I do not envy all of you at home. Oof. That was a run right there, man. Both of those lead and chase for both drivers so close. I'm just going to let these guys drive and do the talking during this vote. I'm still trying to come up with a really good way to put together a feature where we can see both run replays side by side. That's with the technology available to me, that's it's fairly difficult to do. I have a theory of how I could make it happen, but that is still in the works. That might be a 2023 season kind of thing, but I would love to have that available to us here. Unfortunately, we can only watch one replay at a time for now. But man, these guys just giving it everything they had, and you can see the lead run here from PWX was just golden. And DK did such great work here to get back to the bumper, transition to the inside, and then now his radius is off for this turn. He's able to manage that and stay alongside PWX here, shoot in, hit the tires again. He hasn't missed them yet. He's like 6 for 6 or something. He's hit them every single time. The vote is coming down to the last second here. If you haven't voted yet, get it in. But as of right now, it does look like PWX is going to come away with the win. Well deserved, but great work. Great work from DK. I see him in the chat. He says, F those tires. So it reminded me of Tony Stewart a little bit. Little bit of Tony Stewart action here. He had a bad set of tires on him, and we saw it. Like, and same thing. He gets his tires from the same manufacturer as Tree does. It's his team. They sent bad tires to the team for this week is what happened. Because both Tree and DK had issues with gripping up the tires. So that's what it is. Got to change. They said it's the Drift Hunter tires. They got to change manufacturers. That's what it's going to be coming up next time. But great stuff from both of those guys, man. And that's good season points for DK, getting him a good qualifying position for the World Finals next month. But we have got Wayne versus Theory up next to lock in the final spot in the showdown. Who is going to face off against PWX? We have got 2 event winners here. Of course, Wayne winning 4 times. Theory being a 2-time winner here in slide style. Or one time. He won 1. Malte's got 2. Theory has 1. My apologies. But he's trying to be a 2-time winner here. But PWX in his second ever slide style event is going to be in the finals. He is going to have to face off against one of these absolute behemoths of virtual drifting. So we are going to see who it is going to be. You guys have seen these two face off many, many times in the past. You know you are ready for some fireworks. And they let each other know they're ready to go. They come off the line. It's a beautiful start from these two like it always is. You can see Theory gets right into the wake of the draft of Wayne there, uses it to his advantage because you see him suck right back up to the door as they come down, and he is right beside him. The quick transition there. Wayne all the way up on the banking a little bit, comes back in, almost makes contact with the wall, has to woe it up, does a great job here. Both guys so close on that inside. It's a good thing we don't have clipping points because these guys would have like far exceeded every one of them. What work from these two. About a picture perfect of a line as you could ask for right there. Beautiful transition under the bridge, and you see Theory get all the way up to that front tire. Wayne gets up on the banking. Theory keeps it down low, and you see Wayne almost clipping that outside wall. And so close on both the transition between each other and that inside wall on the way out. We'll get one more view of this run here before these guys switch up spots and go again. It is a beautiful, beautiful thing to see, and we're going to get one more run worth of it here with Theory being in the lead. Wayne is on the chase. Who is going to take the final spot in the showdown for round 9 here at Irwindale? These guys get ready to fire it up. The vote's going to come right at you as soon as this run's over with, so be ready for it. They are side by side up the bank and going through the first turn here. Theory getting a little bit of a gap on Wayne there. That's not something you see every day. Is he going to be able to maintain it, or is Wayne going to get back to his door? They go under the bridge, and Wayne gets all the way back to his door. Heavy contact there. You see him even flash his legs. He's like, hey, sorry, bud. Did not mean to get all of that. Quick transitions all the way through. So close, and he's right back to the door. And Wayne all in the door here. You see him there letting each other know. Get a replay of that. I don't know if Wayne actually managed to push Theory into the wall there at the end, or if they just kind of went together. But I can't believe Theory actually pulled off a little bit here at the beginning. Wayne, of course, able to get back to him, but it cost him, because you can see he pretty heavily got back into the door of Theory there. However, you saw Theory on the brake lights going under the bridge there, so we're going to have to catch this one more time and then look at the transitions between the two. I kind of think Wayne did ride him into the wall there a little bit at the end. This is going to be close on the vote here. I see not a lot of votes are coming in yet. A lot of people are watching these replays. That is such a tough call right there, because obviously Wayne had a little bit of a gap between him and Theory. He was trying to make the space back up, and I think Theory knew he had overshot the speed by just a tick, because as you saw in his runs earlier, he generally doesn't get up on that banking in that section there. So you could see him try to back it down on that transition a little bit. And of course, with Wayne trying to haul ass to get back to his door, definitely led to a pretty heavy collision. It didn't seem to affect the line of either driver, so I'm not going to drop a penalty on the votes there. I take that back. It actually, when he hit him, it shoved Theory's car up onto the banking there. But like I said, Theory, it's, I don't know. A lot of incidental contact. I'll let you guys at home decide on what you think there, but the vote is coming down to it here. It is going to be a close one, but it looks like Wayne is going to come away with it here. As we watch through the end of that run one more time here. As we get ready for the final showdown here between PWX and Wayne. These guys are getting their rides lined up. PWX is going to be on the lead first. Before we watch these guys make their run, we're going to talk about what's coming up next for SLIDESTYLE. You can see all the events that have passed. It's been an awesome season so far. This has been the final open invite event that anybody could have signed up for to be a part of. You can sign up to be a part of SLIDESTYLE events. !SLIDESTYLE will take you to the official Discord. Will give you all the information. Everything that you need to know is in that Discord server. We only ask that you have two things to participate in a SLIDESTYLE event, and that is CarX Drift Racing Online, both on console or PC, doesn't matter, and Discord. That's all we need from you, and you can participate in an event. You don't need a crazy steering wheel setup. You don't need a big, heavy PC with all these mods or anything like that. Just the straight-up base game is all that we ask for, and we make sure we build our events around that idea. And you can join in with us and be a part of it. Now, like I said, this was the last open invite event of this season. So, the Ebisu circuit, the world final coming at you at the end of this month in October, is going to be open only to those drivers in the point standings here at SLIDESTYLE. So it's basically an invite-only event in that way. But after that, we have two fun special events that we're doing. Of course, the end of November in the US and the end of December around the world are pretty heavy holiday seasons for very many people. So we didn't want to have points-paying events going on during those times. We wanted anybody that had the free time that wanted to join in and have a little fun. We wanted to keep SLIDESTYLE going. So we are having two special events. The first in November is going to be on LA Block, and we're going to be doing a little bit of fun with Major Rusty Boys, and you should sub to them on YouTube, but we're going to have a little bit of a Rust Bucket Drift Challenge. We're going to build our best beater cars, and we're not going to be following the slide style rules for those events. We're going to have a different set of rules just for fun. And we're going to be driving our best rusty beater drifty cars, and we're going to have a fun little line that we run for that event. And then at Red Ring, we're going to be busting out the big rig trucks in December, and we're going to be running them on the ice course there at Red Ring. So that's going to be a fun time seeing what everybody can come up with for both of those events. Those are going to be open invite to anybody, ! Slide Style, if you want to find out how to be a part of those special events. But next month is going to be the World Final. We can't wait to see it. And we have a showdown here between these two drivers. It is PWX and Wayne. Is it going to be 4-time winner turned 5-time winner, Wayne, or are we going to have our new first-time winner before the World Finals here in PWX? These two beautiful S15s. Like I said, it's the night of S15, man, so we knew the final was going to come down to these two machines. Such awesome-looking cars there. Speaking of the Major Rusty Boys, you can see them sponsoring the side of Wayne's car. Check out PWX's beautiful machine here. I love the black, gray, and orange. This thing looks so awesome. These guys are hooked up and ready to go here. I believe our system is all set and ready to go, and these guys are ready to burn it down. Before they get started, let us know in the chat, who is it going to be? Well, they're already getting started. Race Control said go on ahead. Well, let us know in the chat, who do you want to see get the win as you watch these guys tear it up? Wayne right there, up to the front wheel of PWX, but same as always, PWX not feeling the pressure one little bit. He's holding his line. Wayne staying with him, but PWX bringing the speed. Wayne matching the angle all the way up to that front wheel. How will they do through the transition here? So close. Wayne right there on the door. Wheel to wheel there in the front. Such a great job from both of these drivers. You couldn't ask for a much better start. And you can see these two, I mean, absolutely on edge, giving it everything it has all the way through here. Wayne staying all the way up, but this transition right here, you couldn't have stuck a piece of paper in between Wayne and PWX's back bumper. Gets all the way up to the front wheel, touching him just enough, but not upsetting either car at all. And PWX, I mean, if you focus on his run here before we switch back to our live view, as predictable and smooth of a lead run as you can get. And you can see Wayne almost like he's trying to stay one step ahead. But it is going to come down to the chase run of PWX here. I cannot wait to see what these guys have got for us. As we make the switch over here, we do have Wayne on the lead now, PWX on the chase. These guys fire up, they are ready to roll. A great start, they get into the first turn side by side. Wayne with all of that speed, but PWX, you can see he's going to pull right back to him here. Super close on the transition underneath the bridge. PWX gets all the way up to the front bumper of Wayne. He gets up on the banking. He holds onto that car. Makes it around all the way out to the outside wall. Another super close transition. PWX all the way up to the front tire roof. Wayne, it's like identical to that first run. How do you even make a decision? It's like those runs were twins. Well, here is the vote for the finals. Who is it gonna come down to here? This is such a close vote. this is such a tough vote here. I'm just enjoying watching this replay, man. These guys, it's like a carbon copy of that first run. That was insane how that worked out. I'm just watching, man. This is so close. And if the vote comes down to a tie, of course, like we said, it is going to be a one more time. And honestly, I don't think that could be a bad thing at this point here. But we're going to see what happens. What is it going to be? And that looks like it is going to be it. Wayne, by one vote at the end, is going to be a 5-time SLIDESTYLE winner. And what an awesome job by both of these drivers today, but Wayne comes away with the victory, and very, very heavily with the regular season championship. I believe that would be 50, it should drop into about 58 points if I go off the top of my head. In the future, I'm going to have the system calculate that for me automatically, but I do believe that he would have 58 points on the season, a 5-time winner. And what a great job by PWX there. Coming away in his second ever event, making it all the way to the finals. But we have got to give some major shouts out this evening. Thanks to everyone at home for watching our event. It has been such a fun season so far, and it's just getting better and better and better as we go. We are going to move on to next month, the World Finals at the legendary Ebisu course in October. It's going to be such an awesome time. We can't wait to see it. Practice for that is going to start up this coming Friday, as always. And those will be open practices, so feel free if you want to come drive and drift around with your favorite SLIDESTYLE drivers. Come hang out. Like we said, that event is going to be on points only because it is for the World Championship for this season. But thanks to everyone for being a part of this event with us and hanging out with us. And for our loyal fans that have been there from the beginning, we appreciate you all so much. To these drivers that put in such hard work practicing to put on an event like they do, there is a reason why so many times you see some of the same cars in the finals, man, because these guys put in the work. They want to be a part of it. They want to show that they are the best, and they want to bring the best out of their competition. It is a huge family here at SLIDESTYLE, and we are grateful to be a part of it. And the biggest part of all of these events is Rapid Fire Charlie. She makes all of this possible in so many ways you wouldn't understand, but for the drivers, they know her voice well. She is race control for these events, and she makes sure that everyone is where they need to be, when they need to be there, and keeps the server nice and clear of as soon as a driver is finished with a run, they leave the server, and she makes sure that everything is running smooth for all these guys to be able to make the best runs they can possibly make. So big shouts out to her. I appreciate everyone for all they do and everything they do for our channel here as well. You can check out the Major Rusty Boys on YouTube. They'll have the in-car views of this event uploaded. Of course, the SLIDESTYLE YouTube will have this event uploaded as well. But we want to, again, really quick, before we get out of here for the evening, express our Our thoughts are with all of those affected by Hurricane Ian all up the east coast of the United States, especially in Florida, in the areas that were hit by such heavy flooding and damage, everything like that. And that's why we had to postpone this event to Monday. Some of our drivers were unable to make it because of that, and we apologize to them for that happening, but it kind of is what it is. And we're glad for everybody that was able to make it on a Monday evening, our first ever slide style rain out. But I want to thank everybody for supporting our channel and what we do. This has been so much fun for me. I put a ton of work into it to make it the best event it could possibly be, and all of you guys watching at home and all these drivers make it so worth it. So signing off here from SLIDESTYLE Race Control, the drivers, we all want to thank everybody at home for watching and enjoying the event. Be safe, and we will see you all next Friday for our open practice at the world famous Ebisu circuit. Everybody have a great evening. Be safe out there, and we'll see y'all next week.